Happy Friday, and welcome to another exciting episode of Eberron, the City of Towers.
Holy God! Darth Vader!
Oh, sorry, I told you I'd do the There you go. There you go.
Tyler,
like
that
a
one's for you.
Russian accent.
It's one of those old Shriner cars, but it's, you know, they got the horn from Russia.
Yeah.
Jacob told me before we went live that we don't have any announcements. So there are no announcements. But don't forget, this is your bi-weekly call from me to take some action in this world, commit to yourself to a good cause, whether it's helping the people suffering a genocide in Gaza, donating to people who are suffering everywhere through organizations like the United Nations Relief Workers Aid Association or Doctors Without Borders, or even charities in your local community, like how we, donated some of our proceeds to the Source for that cool Pride shirt that Sushi made. Just don't forget that there are good things that we can do for the people that are suffering in this world. And with that, I don't have anything else to say.
It's been a while, guys.
Yeah, it's been a little bit, hasn't it?
I mean, we were here last week for you guys, but for us, it's been a little minute. Because we didn't do it last week. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry we were late. The cameras decided to not work, but we kind of fixed them, sort of.
I was in jury duty for 7 days.
Straight.
Mm-hmm. Straight, yeah. They didn't let you go.
No, I went home for the weekend. I was allowed. I was free.
Did Tyler go to sleep?
Yes.
We were waiting for so long.
At first, I was like, maybe they're just going real zen,
I thought that
or
it was a
maybe
bit.
this is a meme. But then in my head, I was like, what if they were just praying?
Dear
I was
God.
gonna be petrified.
It's
Oh,
kinda
yeah, no, it's done.
No,
It's done.
Damn.
I was gonna get
We
to that. I was
broke
gonna be
your-
like, but now I
We
understand.
broke
you're
your vow of
petrified.
silence.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, can I throw the art up on the screen?
Oh yeah.
What?
The
She's
art.
petrified.
No.
I made her petrified with
Right.
an overlay.
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
God.
yeah.
The entire
Yeah.
thing.
If you weren't here for last session, boy, you missed a lot. But with that in mind, let's talk about what happened last time. So we hit another milestone in our in the Storm Tower 6's war against Dask. It was finally time for the Storm Tower 6 and their various goons and goblins and other minions to strike back against Dask, retake what was lost, just like that. It was an epic moment of great battle across the entirety of the former Storm Tower territory, while you all assigned your various NPC companions.
Nothing.
He's engaging. He's listening.
There was a really. I'm
there-
sorry I have to interrupt you.
You're good.
Captain Dadbod donated $10 and said, "Look, Mom, I said pee pee poo poo on YouTube,"
You got somebody else to say it too.
and it made me laugh.
That's funny.
Jack's doing the recap, guys.
Yeah, don't distract me.
Thank you,
Don't
Captain
donate
Dadbod. Thank you so
more
much.
money and distract us.
We're never gonna
Don't
get
do
to
it.
this.
Jack, stop.
I'm sorry. Don't do it, for real. Anyways. You guys assign your various NPC companions to different units, whether they were individuals like the Painters, the Broken Bridge Brawlers, or even just some general Storm Tower goons, and struck back at various places across the territory, while all of you infiltrated the Storm Tower from above. You guys made your way down the ruined section of the tower and found that there was a knoll up there acting erratically. And after you guys slipped past them, some of you noticed that it had a familiar symbiont attached to the back of its neck.
Mm-hmm.
And after making your way to the very top of your reclaimed area of the Storm Tower, you made your way into Catalyst's little lab that she had set up for herself, and found that the containment unit that she was using to hold the symbionts that she recovered from the circle of the closed citadel had been smashed open. You also found a tiny catalyst inside the lab, who drank a shrinking potion as soon as you guys approached because she didn't want to get caught by Dask. And then you guys proceeded to get the lowdown from her that said that she had that Dask had smashed her containment unit, that the symbionts were spread all over the tower. A lot of them had been killed or petrified by the Medusa Raza, but there are still some that are within the tower that Catalyst can sense the presence of.
I can sense them.
Yeah, I can sense them. They're everywhere. They're in the walls, man. Get them over. And I did that voice for a really long time.
Barnard donated $50 Australian and said, "We've been gone for so long that Jack went castaway. See you at Cyberpunk."
Pardon.
We haven't played Cyberpunk in a really long time, but we are playing tomorrow, thank God.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Barnard.
you, Barton.
Appreciate
I will
you.
be at Cyberpunk tomorrow.
Appreciate you, Barnard.
But with Catalyst at your side, now no longer tiny and sounding like Elmo, you guys made your way down into the Storm Drain Tavern, where Raza and her Dask elites were holding court. You guys saw that Raza seemed to be comforting her pet Basilisk, who seemed to be in sort of a catatonic state.
His tummy hurt.
You guys, with the help of Sonata, of course, shout out to Albert, were able to descend on a cool Rainbow Road bridge down into the center of the storm tower.
That was badass.
And do battle with the Dask elites. You guys fucking humiliated a Minotaur.
Again, that's what we're good at.
Second
Yeah,
one.
you guys are so good at humiliating Minotaurs. It's they gotta watch out.
like it.
Dude, if we ever get caught in a maze,
yeah, we're not trapped in the maze with the Minotaur. Minotaur's trapped in the maze with us.
We may not get out, but we don't need to.
gonna go down in Eberron myth that you get trapped in a maze and the Storm Tower 6 is in there because they kill all the
Because
Minotaurs.
they killed the Minotaur. Yeah. You guys fought Raza and her Dask goons and emerged victorious. Severin struck the killing blow against Raza
Good.
with the Keeper's Fang that they confiscated from Ashrin, Stick's sister.
Her.
It's mine
And
now.
took not only Raza's life, but absorbed Raza's soul into the Kyber Dragon Shard in the pommel of the dagger. After Raza died, the catatonic basilisk sprung to life, half consumed its former master, and turned itself and Raza's corpse into a horrible symbiont abomination that proceeded to attack the Storm Tower 6. It would seem that the basilisk had been infected by one of the symbionts that had been let loose in the attack on the Storm Tower. The group did battle with this horrible creature, eventually emerging victorious, but not without some cost. Poor Rena was petrified in the final.
By that horrible creature.
By the horrible creature in the 11th hour of that combat. But you all were able to emerge victorious, and not only were you, but it was a flawless victory for the Storm Tower across the territory. The Storm Tower was retaken, as well as the areas surrounding it. The Crooked Cat was held by Locke's Brigade and the Painters.
Oh, yeah.
Nim's Distillery was taken back by Grolk and his forces.
Oh, yeah.
Short Cloak Donuts was taken back by... somebody? I think it was Aram. Yeah, it was Aram.
Yeah.
It was Aram and the Firebolts.
Keely.
He got dim buns though.
Keely.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, it was Keely?
Yeah, it was key. Yes, because that's why I pointed at Colton.
Oh,
Right,
right.
they didn't defend,
Because
yeah.
Aram, it was Keely. Keely and her thugs. And then it was Aram and Reese leading the Firebolts and the Storm Tower goons that took Dem Bun's dough.
Yeah.
And I don't know if board camera is on, but we do have the War for Kalastan map up. And as you can see, the Storm Tower has reclaimed all of its territory and then
And
some.
gained.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna zoom in a
Yeah,
little bit.
you guys
Actually
officially
looks like we're doing stuff.
have acquired Dem Bun's dough.
Uh-oh.
And by the way, last one I'm gonna read for now, guys. Thank you guys so much for donating. But Abe
Did they
donated
distract us again?
$10, and this is their 10th donation.
You're
So
a
thank
real-
you so much,
Oh,
Abe.
thank you, Abe.
And look, Mom, that guy said pee pee poo poo on YouTube.
Jesus Christ.
You guys are
You
stupid.
should have brought in your
love
dad
it.
to that.
You guys are funny. You guys are. Also,
Dads
I want
historically
to.
appreciate people
When
who do
when
jokes.
Jack said that they go down and we descended into the room. Shadow Man in the chat, but just saying.
That's
And that's so
Oh,
dumb.
That's not where I was thinking that was going.
So,
All right.
now that you all have acquired Dem Bun's dough, I want to quickly talk about what you guys get for War for Kalastan now.
Oh yeah.
It's honestly super on brand for you guys.
Really?
Yeah, because during the acquisition phase, you increase enterprise by 1, and additionally, after resolving the acquisition phase, during the next week, the actions splurge and throw a party cost 1 less enterprise.
Yes!
Right.
Go party.
So now you guys are able to throw like the best parties in Kalastan.
Yes.
So many donuts.
We have a number of things we need to do first.
Of course,
We
of
have
course.
so much we need to
We
do.
have buns.
We got buns,
We have
Dough.
donuts.
nuts.
We have alcohol.
Yep.
And we have tea.
Yep.
And
We
coffee.
got
yeah.
we
We
got
got bones, nuts, and booze.
Bones, nuts, and booze.
yes.
Yes!
Oh
So is that what B&B stands for?
yeah. It's not Bath and Body Works.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
Or bed and breakfast.
Bath and Body Breakfast.
Wow.
What?
Whoa!
Okay. We just destroyed Dask right now. That's what just happened.
Yes.
Okay. And we also leveled up.
Yes,
game.
you did all level up.
Lovely.
But now that because we are going to do a
And my health is
little
accurate.
War for Kalan thing later on in the session. But I did just want to share with you guys, the spoils of your victory.
Love that.
Yeah, after all that death and destruction, you guys now have a bunch. Congratulations.
Yes.
Yippee.
So we are in the storm drain right now. The sounds of battle are sort of starting to diminish outside as Bregan's Brawlers and or Bregan's Bastards and the Broken Bridge Brawlers and Aral are mopping up the Dask forces outside. You guys watch as the abomination falls. The kind of tough corded muscle made from the symbiont skin kind of starts to peel away, and Raza's body and the basilisk are left behind.
You that moment we were like looking out onto the
Oh,
other
yeah,
side
for
territory
sure.
and stuff.
And well, I think we could get to that maybe after we unpetrify Rena. But
Oh yeah, I meant like that happened at the end of last game.
I mean, yeah, it did, but we're let's take it
I
back.
think. Oh no, I
take
think.
it back really quick.
Is it not like 10 feet away from us?
Oh well, sure. I mean,
I don't think we dragged Rena's petrified body.
Yeah, took it out with you guys.
Yeah,
Look, guys.
Like, look.
But yeah, you guys emerge from the tower and see that surely enough, as you look out over Kalan, that the sounds of battle are diminishing, and you can hear cheers from the Storm Tower forces as what remains of Dask's assault force peels away back into their territory. A sense of accomplishment washes over all of you, having repelled this crazy assault, but at the same time, not you. You're asleep right now. But at the same time, this was sort of a close call in a lot of different ways. But for now, your forces rally back into the Storm Tower. Your friends return, seeing all of you reunions. Stick Aram runs up to you and gives you a big old hug. Said, "We fucking did it!
You did it.
Man, you should have seen the firebolts out there today. You guys fucking killed it. You guys were so good. I've never been so proud of us." And Minzy and the remaining firebolts kind of give him a cheer. Keely, you find Keely after everything, and she.
yeah, Graves.
And she you look like that Bill Hader dancing meme where he's like she approaches you and says, "Good to see you're still in one piece. Not that I ever doubted it."
Yeah, it was hectic. He'll look through, like, Keely's. I'm pretty sure Keely didn't lose a single form.
I mean, her
she
squad
defended
is
through that
her squad
whole
is
thing.
more or less intact.
Yeah.
A little banged up, but
Yeah,
but-
I think he would look over. And I think... So Beerbot as a whole, right, has been watching a lot, like, these past however long. Like, he sees how the goons interact and how everything happens. And though he may not understand the need for it or the purpose behind it himself, he'll look kind of past and see that, and then just kind of look to Keely, and he's just gonna, like, pull her in with one arm.
Aw.
Just be like, we did good.
she doesn't, flinching isn't quite the right word, but like she sort of like
It's like a
flinches
moment of surprise.
in surprise.
Yeah.
And she returns the gesture, and then kind of pulls away a little bit. She's like, "You're really hot." I mean, temperature wise, of course, not.
Fascinating.
Sorry.
That could
Thank you.
probably be solved.
Well, thank you, Beerbot. It looked really close back there. Seems like it's crazy to think that just yesterday, we were making a break for the Crooked Cat with that Gorgon chasing after me. But we've gotten the tower back. That's good.
As it goes, hopefully this will show everyone that we're here to stay.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm behind Beerbot.
Yeah.
My hand is already on his shoulder.
Yes,
Azeraphis is already
Azevedo.
looking at him. He says,
He doesn't.
Hands very
Beerbot doesn't even
slowly
say it.
over
He
to
just
that.
assumes it's Azevedo. Yes,
Yeah.
Azevedo.
"You burn hot with the fires of victory."
I think that's my furnace.
Yes,
It's his furnace.
we all have a furnace within us. Yours is just visible, glorious. He just keeps working.
Thank you.
And then he finds Rana, and it's just like,
Yeah.
"Stick,
Um,
do we have..."
Arala is standing in front
Stick, do
of
we
Rena,
have a
and she's
solution
looking at
here?
the basilisk corpse sort of off in the corner. And I think she looks back. Sorry, were you going to ask Stick a question?
I was like, "Stick, do we have any more of that stuff?
What stuff?
The stuff that you did to undo Aram?"
Oh no.
Okay, well,
You can roll a recall knowledge check for me, Stick.
then I go,
You can also roll recall
Who
knowledge for me.
who
Azure.
moved Rena? I could see the marks on the ground. Her fucking eyelashes are gone.
All the goons look at you
Not
and
the eyelashes.
just sort of go about their
Broken.
business.
I go on the ground and find little pieces. And I'm like,
What is a recall knowledge check?
Recall knowledge. I mean, you roll a particular skill. I'm sorry, I'm
Okay.
doing you a disservice here. You can roll. I'll say Arcana for this one.
Okay. Arcana. That's a 29.
29. Good lord. Oh. Okay. You recall.
Knowledge.
Sorry.
You recall knowledge.
You recall knowledge. You
Wow.
You recall what it was when what you used when Aaron was petrified and how you got him out. It was a tincture made from basilisk oil. You know that the basilisk oil is sort of a distillation of basilisk blood and a few other alchemical reagents that takes several days to sort of create, but it can be used to unpetrify victims of petrification.
Oh.
Alternatively, you can just take a bunch of basilisk blood, cover a petrified individual entirely, and that will also undo the process. But a basilisk only has so much blood in them to
Right.
do
Could I do
this.
both?
Let me roll.
"Is he thinking?"
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Because the Pathfinder's Pathfinder monster what is it? Pathfinder Monster Manual section for the Basilisk says that you can roll to see how many people's worth of blood a Basilisk has.
Okay.
If I do recall.
Stick and
Basilisk,
Seb are both like
Pathfinder,
looking at the basilisk.
2E.
Yeah.
All right. It is. Is this a legacy one or is this?
It should say legacy.
Are
If
there
it's
any
legacy.
other like goons that got petrified?
Yeah, there are several petrified goons in here.
Okay.
There are, you notice there, like I said, there were some petrified Dask
Yeah.
goons that had been infected by symbionts. There were, there are infected Storm Tower goons. You also notice. I meant petrified.
Oh, thank God. I was like,
You also notice a halfling or two. Halflings that don't look familiar.
oh.
All right.
Who the fuck are those guys?
So, a single basilisk contains enough blood to coat 1d4 medium creatures in this manner. Let's roll.
Roll one.
You roll a 1.
Roll one.
There is enough blood in this basilisk to coat one creature.
Okay.
"Is he thinking?"
But what
Stick?
about the oil? Could
The oil,
does that need the blood?
it needs the blood,
Okay.
as well as it needs a person's worth of blood.
It needs reagents and time.
Yes.
I'll go kill more Dask.
But then I could coat more people or still only one?
That's a good question. I'll say if you take the time to prepare the basilisk oil, you can double the amount of people that you
Okay,
can
so
do
2.
based on the blood you have. You only have enough blood at this point to do 1. If you do the oil, it'll take 2, but I'm gonna say it'll take like a good session of war for Calistan to brew
convenient.
all of that.
Right. Well, conveniently, maybe we'll do one of those today. Yeah, I think I could get 2 people.
Get 2 people?
Like, unpetrified 2 people.
I'm also gonna have you, like, when the time comes, I'm gonna have you roll a crafting check for that, so there is a possibility for failure.
Right. I did just take skill training in crafting, though, so...
Okay.
Curious question, just because my brain. On a failure, will that mean that we are now down?
It'll mean that the process to create the basilisk coil has failed,
Which means
and
we're
that
out
the
of
blood
blood.
will be expended, and you guys will not have a way to bring Rena or anyone back.
I do think there's a spell that could fix this as well, but I don't know it. And I don't know anyone that does know it. Not, at least not here. Maybe back in Garnash.
Shut up. What do
Okay.
you know? How do you know how to do it?
Oh, we take this blood and mix it with some other things, give it some time, and then rub it all over their body.
What blood?
The blood in the basilisk.
Oh. Okay, do it.
Okay. I'm gonna need like a week probably.
A week?
Yeah,
Oh, well, damn.
a few days at least.
Well, they're petrified. It's not like they're missing anything.
No, it's like they're asleep, but also conscious and aware. And
Speak nicely to Rena.
I don't know. Aram didn't seem to remember anything.
Yeah, just like they're asleep.
you know, sometimes it's better to forget.
You don't need
That-
to get introspective
you know-
about this. I was just trying to find a solution. What are you doing?
I have a solution.
Okay, we need to clear out the storm tower. Have we found Roy?
No, but there's some halflings over there that I don't recognize.
Can I try to look at the halflings?
They're halflings.
Got any symbols on them?
Not particularly. Although the style of like clothing they're wearing, they look like Boromar halflings.
Like Talenton Plains?
A little bit, yeah. Like some Talenton influence. They're definitely not any halflings that you've seen before. And they don't look like patrons.
If I had to guess, and he's like kneeling, he's probably Boromar.
Oh,
What are they doing here? Taking advantage of the situation?
yeah. Coat racks.
Catalyst looks to all of you and says, just, reminder, she said, Roy and Casker are in the jail. Where,
That's right.
Yep. That's what I was like, let's go do that.
Oh, I want to go too.
She says, I'm going to go see if I can't round up any more of my symbiotes, see if any of them are still alive. Hey, don't touch that! That's mine! And says, you see, there's some goons that have like cornered a little symbiote that's in the corner.
Aw.
It's like,
Leave him be. He's
They're hiding
sweet.
behind chairs, though. You know,
Brian,
don't touch
do
it,
you
it'll
wanna-
infect you!
God,
Brian,
that's
do you
me.
want to help Catalyst out with making sure the goons stay away from her things?
Right away.
I'm
Did
going
we
to jail.
ever
They'll
find
listen to her. They may not listen. to
Brian,
Catalyst.
don't touch that!
Tell them to keep
Brian's
away
like-
from it, not go.
I have found one.
That works. You know.
I have no longer found one.
Goes in her face. Goes
Oh,
into her eye. Oh.
Yeah.
has anyone seen Landley?
No.
I left.
Well, I'm gonna go look.
Found.
I'm gonna follow him.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry.
following Azericus.
You know, yes.
So you guys
Good
are
job.
heading up to
I'm keeping
the
an eye out
prison.
for that ooze.
Oh shit, that's right. That's what his name was.
Langley.
You said Langley, and my brain was like, we don't remember who that is at some
Langley's
point.
the sentient ooze.
That's
Yeah.
right. I forgot that was
with the
his name.
skeleton inside.
At least
You guys make your way
find
to
your
the
floating skeleton.
the wing of your tower that was used formerly as a prison by the Steelskins and is now used as a prison by you guys.
Right.
You haven't locked very many people up in here, but as you enter into this what was once a couple, like 2 bedrooms back when this was, a functioning tavern in the heart of Calistan. You see, arrayed against the wall are these metal cages. Inside of the 3 cages before you are 3 different individuals. One of them, you can see, is Roy, clearly. He is in kind of a bad way. It looks like he's been tortured. He has several wounds on his body. He's got dry blood on his face. One of his eyes is swollen shut. But he appears to be breathing, just not exactly present at the moment. The other person you see is Casker. Casker is in a much worse way than Roy. Roy has been tortured. It looks like Casker has been disfigured.
Oh my god.
Casker, you look and you see that he has bloody bandages attached to the ends of his arms.
Holy fuck.
They have taken off his hands.
Oh.
And as he and he appears to be conscious as he locks eyes with you, just these like white eyes, because he prefers to stay in his changeling form. He tries
Do you
to.
have like a little thing of him?
Oh, I do. I do have a little thing of him. He looks. I mean, I don't. You know, the hands are no longer canon. But
Janin.
Cannon.
Yeah.
but
Janin.
Yeah.
Janin?
Janin.
Janin with the J.
Janin?
Yeah.
Nice, I love that.
voila.
Look, if you do that, we can't see
We
them.
can't see the hands. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
See? No hands.
Casker, he does have these bloody stumps at the end of his arms, and as he sees you, he tries to speak, but he cannot form words. Closer inspection reveals that they also cut out his tongue.
Holy shit.
Jeez.
Holy shit.
Poor fucker.
I don't think I really care about Casker, and Azeraphis looks over at Roy and just says, "What the fuck happened?"
Zeraphis?
They'll
Am I fu-
lean over towards him.
Am I fucking dead?
Not yet.
Thank the fucking sovereigns. You wouldn't mind getting me out of this fucking mess?
He'll open the cage.
He'll stand up wearily and kind of lean up against the bar.
Beerbot has first aid he can do.
Yeah.
So.
Thanks, big guy. Well, what the Delur's name happened out there?
They took everything. Well, we got it back. But Dask took the storm tower.
Well, I'm guessing they no longer have it.
No. It's ours now.
Good shit.
Ours again.
Sorry I wasn't more help. They were too busy breaking my ribs. Fuck.
What did they want out of you?
They didn't ask me any questions.
Bastards.
They probably just tortured
Did
for
you
the
hear
sake
what they
of it.
asked this guy?
No, but I saw what they fucking did.
Yeah.
They didn't want anything out of him.
He's the
wanted-
only person that knows how to make dragon's blood.
And they shut him up real good. Can't write, can't speak. Back to square fucking one.
He still
As
has
far
a
as
purpose.
dragon's blood production is concerned. Unless one of y'all knows how to read minds or something.
It shouldn't have happened.
I could get it out of him.
Stick, it's very ominous when you just say shit like that and don't provide any further
You
context.
asked for
With
a
a spell, right?
You asked for a solution, boss.
And I appreciate that, but fucking bowling on my head.
Would you just like results instead of my words, sir?
Sure. For now, I need to sit on something that isn't a fucking hardwood floor for 2 days.
He needs a Tylenol.
Roy, go get some rest, alright?
Yeah.
Take some time off.
Alright, we'll do.
Go to a spa or something.
Yeah.
There's no spas in Calistan. There's only that really there is that like puddle of sewage that is like kind of clean that is over another pipe that provides heating to one of the other towers, so you can like kind of get some heat off.
Do you
of it,
use
but-
that?
No. I just go down to the
You're
cogs.
I'm so glad that it.
To get
Warm
warm?
up.
Oh yeah. I mean that's the kind of heat I need to get really warm.
You're just like chilling in the lava.
He just float on by.
Hey, robot.
Sends a message. He's like, sent from my hot tub.
He's on a float. He's got the sunglasses
Get out
on.
of the hot tub.
People are like,
As you guys make a move to
I think
examine Casker,
Azeraphis does like if Roy needs it, helps him.
sure, he
It
gets
makes-
back to his room.
He isn't just
okay.
like fuck off, see ya. Like, he's just
Yeah.
trying to help him.
Yeah,
I think
time-
he'll say to you, they locked someone up in the third cage in there. I didn't see who it was. I was too beaten to shit, but if you could find out, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah. He'll go over to
Check
and
it.
look.
Yeah, you guys check it out. It's another petrified halfling, but it's a halfling you recognize.
uh-oh.
It's not
Damn it.
Ilsa
They're just gonna push this down.
It's quick, smash it into a million pieces.
We're like, is that Ilsa Boromar? And then Stick already has a comically large hammer.
Yeah, he has Beerbot's arm.
Yeah. Give me that.
Run out and push it.
This is all her fault, guys.
It is.
And you guys see an individual you haven't seen in several episodes. There was a halfling from the Boromar clan by the name of Kalan who approached you guys after Roy incinerated
That's right.
that man outside of Blinky's
Oh, yeah.
back in episode, 9, I think?
It was
Okay.
after that?
Yeah, because he showed up because you guys were in Boromar territory,
Yeah.
and Roy
Mad
killed a
at
man
us.
there, and so Kalan was like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing?"
Right.
Roy explained to you that Kalan was one of the Boromar clan's sort of top thieves within their organization.
Okay.
He is here, or sorry, they are here, and they are petrified. They appear to be sort of frozen in this stance of having just drawn or going to draw a dagger with like a hand stretched out before them, and then they were frozen.
You guys remember that one?
He's a pickpocket for Boromar.
Right. Yeah.
That's what
Okay.
I've written down at least.
So,
I mean,
look, I get why they kept him, but why is he here?
Maybe they were
no,
trying to
Boromar.
get in while there was chaos.
Or they were using some of our territory to fight back against Boromar. I mean, it is kind of the halfway point here. Maybe they were
doubt-
using the storm towers.
No.
I doubt Boromar sent 3 halflings to help us out.
No. I think Dask took action against Boromar or something.
No,
And then they
Das.
were using the storm tower as a...
Well,
Well, no, because there's the only other halflings in here. They weren't using this as anything.
Exactly.
What the fuck were those guys doing here?
No, Boromar was here to do something to us, and they got caught up in the mess.
steal something or
But now we have the leverage. We have 3 of their people.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go find Roy.
Mm-hmm. He is currently asleep. In his
Oh, he's just
he
fallen in the bed
passed
and gone
out,
to sleep.
yeah.
I open the door and walk over towards him. I'm like, Roy,
Ah, fuck, Azaraphus.
just tell me you didn't know that those halflings were here.
What the fuck are you talking about? There's all kinds of halflings in the Storm Tower gang.
These ones look like Boromar. There's one of them that we've seen before in the other cage.
Huh?
Don't play dumb with me. Just tell me you didn't know they were here.
Who the fuck was it, Azaraphus?
What's his name?
can
Cannon.
Kalan.
Cannon.
Cannon?
Did you call for them?
No.
Come for you?
No. I didn't call for anything from Boromar.
Can I insight him?
Yeah.
Or sense motive?
I'll roll for you.
Okay.
What's your
Sense
modifier?
motive.
It's not very good. It's perception, right?
Mhm.
Plus 11 actually.
That's not
That's
bad.
pretty good. But what's Roy's deception?
He looks about as confused as you are.
Okay.
And he says, No. Ilsa made it very clear that if anything was going to happen with us and Dask, it was between us and Dask. They weren't going to come and save our skins.
All right.
So if they're fucking here, I don't know why.
Okay. All right. He leaves. I'll head back to the group.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Oh, hey, you guys didn't move.
No, I was thinking.
Roy doesn't know anything.
Beerbot has probably, we have the cages.
Mm-hmm.
Beerbot has probably actually taken the halflings that have been petrified below, that we've identified as Boromar, and has placed their statues inside the cages.
Gotcha.
Be careful. You put them down too hard, the eyelashes are just...
Gone.
Do we really care?
No, I just think it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I put one down a little. So the eyelashes just. See?
Jesus.
You can't tell me your eyelashes would stay. Stone that small?
I guess we'll find out when they get unpetrified.
This is
They might have lost
this is
something else
this
too.
is
Who
a-
knows?
This is like a towel thing.
Thank you, Emma.
Okay, well, I think we'll just have to figure this out later. I think our priority right now should be helping out getting Rena back.
Yes, do you want to
Yeah.
help me get all of the blood out of the basilisk?
How do I do it?
Help me exsanguinate a basilisk.
I'll exsanguinate a basilisk.
Great.
How am I supposed to do it? And like go on the inside, squeeze it?
I'm not too sure. Let's go find out.
I could like chew it and spit it out.
No.
Maybe
My
Catalyst
teeth are
would know how to help.
really sharp.
Let's go ask Catalyst.
It's like when you're supposed to suck
And-
snake
I
back
never
in.
want to do it the fun way.
We can make. Oh wait, did we
You
ever?
eat it?
Did we
No.
ever find Dharma and Estelle?
Oh shit.
No.
Are they in the? Are they among the petrified?
Sovereign stick, I don't know.
Why are you being an ass?
Because I don't care about that.
You cared enough to send a bunch of goons after him.
Look, I care a little more about
Wow.
Rena, and then we can look after them.
Well, you said you wanted to make it fun. I thought maybe fun for you was making one of them watch you bleed the. Never mind.
That would be fun.
See?
You know what, Stick?
Now we're worried about where they are. Fucking dickhead.
Perhaps I was too harsh to you, Stick. You know what I want.
Yeah, come on, come help.
Okay, I help.
Cool. Are you helping look for
My next priority is getting
all
our
the-
5th player in the game.
Sweet.
Getting all the blood out of the
Basilisk, cool.
Yes.
After Catalyst rounds up what remains of her symbionts, and you guys,
Got the little jars.
she is more than happy to help you guys exsanguinate the basilisk.
Yippee!
You are able to get enough blood
Basilisk exsanguinated.
for one
Yes.
for one person.
Right.
And then you can begin the
Hoping
distilling
to-
process.
Don't
Double
drop
it.
it.
Yes. Begin the distilling process.
I got a jar.
I got a jar of basilisk.
Let's. I mean, unless anybody else has anything they want to do really quick before this sort of limbo period within the immediate aftermath of the.
Yo, is
Battle is
Rena's alive sword also petrified?
Do not.
Does your equipment get petrified
So-
too?
So
In
fun
Pathfinder, no, but Colton and I found out recently that in D&D, in Pathfinder, I don't know, but in D&D, no. If you
If
have
it's a
a magic item
magical
on you,
item.
it won't get petrified.
specifically magical items don't get petrified.
So if you're like holding a flame tongue when you got petrified, it will stay
You
a
just
flame tongue.
yoink that.
I feel like you couldn't though. Like you could maybe pry it out, but if they had like a grip on it, maybe you could
Break their
break the
hand.
Break their
fingers off
hand
and
off,
I was
totally
gonna say,
take
who
it.
fucking cares?
Well, I don't want to
Yeah,
break
well,
Rena's
we
fingers.
care when it's
Petrified.
Rena.
It doesn't say anything about the equipment you're carrying. It
Okay.
just says you. It says you become an object with a bolt.
Your clothes don't.
Aw, she's,
Well,
she's
okay,
dressed.
I think the clothes do,
Okay.
but I mean, I think the sword would still be normal.
Oh.
Okay,
And would just sort of have a little tear in its eye as
Aw.
it trickles down the blade.
I would have done this before everything.
For
I would
sure.
have gone to it and been like, "Hey, buddy,
The eye locks with one of yours.
you stuck in
Quivering.
there? You stuck in there?"
It just looks at you. It can't talk to you unless you touch it.
Tale of souls and swords, eternal.
My bastard turned to stone.
Oh, he's
Who will feed me now? I see so many delicious meat bags walking around, full of blood that I could drink. This is torture.
Is this thing gonna die?
It should.
Is it like a pet? I'm not gonna let it die.
It's just.
Is this Rena's
wailing.
horrible little creature?
That's very true.
Can I take it out of her hand?
Yeah. You have to kind of shimmy it.
Okay.
Are you my new master?
No.
Oh.
Well-
Can you feed me?
Well, I'll think about it.
Well, think faster.
Well, if Rena's like dead in there, then maybe. But
Dude,
how long are you gonna go without blood?
I don't know.
You don't know.
hear that out of context.
Maybe we should
you know,
find
or just
out.
With what
No!
context we have.
Please. I thirst.
You don't want me to be your master.
You would be more willing to feed me than she is, I imagine. I sense the same thirst for blood within you. Unleash me.
Oh man. Severin, the sword said unleash me, and I really want to do it. I was just gonna take care of it like a frog or a dog or
A
something.
frog.
Or a cat. But it's saying unleash me. That's cool.
Okay, think about it this way. You either have to deal with that thing or promise of flame. You kind of can't do both.
Oh, I could do both. No, I'm not gonna take it forever. I just want to see what happens.
What if you take it and then it doesn't want to go back to Rena and then Rena's mad at you?
Oh yeah, it's a good
And
idea.
then Ren would be sad.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. Sorry.
You should just go put it in Rena's room.
Wait, no!
I put it back in Rena's hand.
Yeah.
No! Stop!
If he looks a little wilty, maybe I'll like give him some blood.
The sword.
He's wilting.
These gross, like, slick black tears, like, spill down the blade.
Ugh.
Is this a...
No, that's a defense mechanism. It's not real.
It's like quivering.
Why is it...
Who wants a sword to quiver? Ugh.
Okay, all I can think of is a transistor. Sword.
All right, anything else?
You know what? I'll go take it.
You'll take the blade?
I'll go find a dead knoll,
Oh, okay.
and I'll just stick him in there.
Finally.
Does he just emaciate the body?
Yeah.
I'm like, holy fuck! Why doesn't Rena do this? This is crazy.
Rena.
Ew, you're gross. I take it back out and I go stick it back in Rena.
And Rena.
Her hand.
Oh, she's dead! No, like, just in her hand.
That's what she said.
The blood of the dead is not as sustaining as the living.
Yeah.
Wait, no!
We're always ever hungry, all that stuff, You'll get used to it.
3 square meals a
It
day.
narrows at you. All
Look,
right.
buddy.
It
you and I are
procures
the
an
same.
eyebrow somehow.
Except I have
At some
these.
point,
I have fingers.
I do want to try to figure out how to like incorporate that hammer into
your arm,
my arm
for sure.
but
Keely
that can
Keely
help
Say,
you
you
with
have
that.
Keely for
I was
that.
gonna say
I
I
think
have
she'd
the
jump on that.
perfect I have
Quick.
the perfect help for that, but that can wait until
She'd do anything for that.
the party is full again.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm just making you aware that it's something I want to do.
Let's just resolve this first.
Sure.
Yay.
Stick.
Yes.
You and Catalyst working together
Yes.
spend some time brewing this basilisk oil out of the basilisk blood and a couple of other funky reagents. I need you to roll a crafting check.
Crafting check. You got
The
it.
statue's
What's your
destroyed.
modifier for
You
this?
immediately
Plus 12.
die.
Plus 12? All right.
So 23.
23?
Yes.
That is good enough. You are able to create
Yippee.
2 uses of basilisk oil that you can use to unpetrify individuals. I imagine the first one you're going to do is Rena.
I give one to Severin.
Mm.
Here.
Would you let me do it?
No.
Oh, please, can I do it?
No, I think a girl should do it.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
think you
come
should do
on.
it.
I think you should let
Rena
Alice
thinks
do it.
I'm like...
Orala.
Rena thinks I suck.
Orala. Hey.
Arala grudges. Is it done?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Just all over.
Is there a
This sucks.
Unfortunately, you would make it.
I'd
worse.
win points. Arala has a
No.
million points with
Well,
her.
I understand thinking of those points.
Well, now I'm going to pretend I didn't want to do it in the first place.
Yeah, that's right action.
Arala approaches your statue. Rena uncorks the basilisk oil and pours it over your head. It trickles down all over your body, and you watch as the kind of like Han Solo coming out of carbonite in Return of the Jedi. Like
I was thinking about the same thing.
the stone sort of peels away little by little, and soon enough, Rena, you are back. You feel like, I mean, for you, it was you were in the fight. Suddenly, nothing, and then now you're back. You still kind of have that adrenaline in your system from the fight, but you look around and Arala is standing in front of you. She says, hey, easy, it's okay.
I imagine.
Yeah.
Drop.
Oh, she catches you. She says, hey,
I
it's
can't
okay.
see.
Your eyes are closed. Open your eyes.
It's okay. It's okay. You were out for a little bit, but we won. I'm sorry it took so long to get you out of there. Are you okay?
How long has it been?
It's been a few days, but
Oh, wow. Okay.
but it's over. We've retaken the tower. If it wasn't for Stick and Catalyst, I don't know if we would have ever gotten you out of there.
Oh, you're back.
Thanks for the welcome.
You're all right? Unfortunately, you lost your eyelashes.
It is true. We weren't able to save the
They're
eyelashes.
still kind of half there.
Yeah,
They'll grow.
There was like a break point.
They just got the false.
There's magic we can use.
Yeah.
There was no other casualties.
Regrow
So
eyelashes.
we got the storm tower back.
Get the roll out. Here.
Roy's also alive.
Called
Why is
pacified.
his orifice invisible?
Invisible?
Whoa. I died.
What?
Yep, and I'm now a ghost. Only you can see me. The others, they don't know I'm here.
I'm afraid.
I'm making a dumb joke. He's not invisible.
Damn, we both just tried to gaslight each other. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Gaslight,
exactly.
gatekeep.
Well,
Not
then it
girl
seems
boss.
like you all are back to normal.
Exactly.
I think Arala.
Welcome back, Ryan.
Yeah. Arala
I
takes.
think I might sit down a little
Yeah,
bit.
it takes you over to a corner and gives you some food and some water. Gives you some time to recoup. I think Puck pops out of your arm and sort of curls up in your lap. You're still clutching your sword as it says, "Mistress, you have finally returned. Your friend Azeraphis was kind enough to feed me while you were otherwise indisposed. But now we can wreak havoc on this world together."
Plays on the
No!
table.
Or
We will fight the
Or
gods
fucking sword.
together. I just think of Reinhardt.
As family.
That is his voice.
It is his voice.
Oh my god.
Who did you feed
the gods
to him,
together.
Surface?
What?
Who or what did you feed to him?
Dead stuff.
Dead,
No.
dead Knoll.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. He's kind of a whiny little guy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. He emaciated a whole court, or they? What is that? What is it?
I don't know. I don't think it really matters.
I touch it.
Ah,
hey, what's
What are
your
your pronouns?
What are your pronouns?
did you want to... Oh,
They/they?
your flesh language does not matter to me. I am hunger.
He doesn't get it. He's a he.
He's a
He's a
I can make
I,
Yeah,
I,
you
I
like
think
a-
the sword has a gender.
He like emaciated a whole knoll. It's crazy.
Well, you're lucky that I didn't try to take control of you.
So like, why do you still have that thing? You know, unleash it.
Nah.
hang on.
Come on,
Is it just for fun?
Unleash the sword.
More that. Also,
Take control.
huh?
Take control.
of your body.
It tried.
That's
Try that.
no, that's a little
Coffee?
concerning.
No. Only once so far.
And you like succeeded.
Well, obvi-
It's not like controlling your
Well,
brain.
I mean,
As far as I know, I just left it in the room for a few days.
That's
so-
good. You know, that's actually good. That strengthens the soul.
you're like,
Not the
Torment?
sword.
Not the sword.
Just a constant reminder of like, no, hold on. That's good.
I'm also like worried about what would happen if someone else got it, and so I'm just like, I might as well just
Worried
deal
or
with the...
curious?
Yes, but
All right. Well,
I'd rather just hold on to it for now. We've already
wonder-
been dealing with enough.
yeah.
It's not that point in the plot yet.
I feel like Rena says
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
No.
she
She
did.
absolutely
She did.
says it.
And a service is
She
like,
just straight up says
I
that.
get what you're saying.
I was saying that totally in character.
I don't. I just didn't want it to die or whatever. Anyways.
All that matters now is that Rena's back, Arala says.
Hooray.
oh, on top of that, Rena, some stuff has happened. Well, we learned some stuff, and then
When
the
does
stuff
that
about the
happen?
halfling. I'll bring up Boromar halflings. Roy got beat to shit.
Oh no.
Insert all the things that we learned, so that Rena can.
She just like takes
Engage.
it in
Yeah.
and just goes. Yeah, sounds about right for us.
Hey, we got the storm tower back,
Nothing
and
can be.
we have dead blood still.
Yeah.
Part of Petey's regular like tribute is he. You guys meet the real Petey, by the way. He's exactly the same as when Kavala puppeteered him. Like Kavala did a
He has
really
no
good
memories.
job. Yeah, well, he, but it wasn't him. It was Kavala.
Right.
Yeah.
But, so he's just like, all right, nice to meet you guys. I brought you guys some buns. My grandma says hello. I don't know how you managed to meet.
This is my favorite guy, Petey. Oh,
Ah,
guys.
hey,
Guys.
yeah. What's up, Drago?
Oh, you didn't. Oh, you didn't know.
And
What'd you just-
you're
I
not.
don't know. You look like a Drago.
You're not a hag in disguise this time.
Well, if you ask my wife,
That's
yeah,
almost the
but
king
Oh.
It's confusing him.
Okay, hang on. There's a lot happening. I want to first address what you just said. That's funny.
Thank you.
It's like, yeah, if it was Brago,
It's
it would be
almost
better.
kingly.
Almost kingly.
Yeah.
No, Zeros is just like, yeah, no, I forgot you didn't know any of that.
No, he was being.
yeah. All right. Well, anyways, I'm just here to drop off the latest protection payment. And he just puts the buns on the
Thank
bar
you.
top.
Thank you.
Thank you.
An old fashioned.
Protection payment.
I love that.
Buns.
What did you think you were charging these guys taxes to like fund the roads or something?
No.
You guys are
To
criminals.
fund our coffers.
Thank you, Petey.
I don't know if
yeah,
you
no
really
problem.
put
Tell
buns
your
into
Mima
our
nice
coffers.
buns.
Yeah, no problem.
I prefer.
It's,
Mima's got a
less
bad
ration.
Oh, Mima, what do you got this into? As he walks out. After a time as well, on the same day that everything is happening, Severin, the forces of the Son of Kyber bring home Nyx, Lily, and Zin. I think the first thing that happens is Lily sort of wriggles her way out of Zin's arms and just runs over to you and just
I think
throws
yeah,
herself
he, yeah.
around you.
He would have picked her up and just, yeah. He's, I think, still recovering because he had dreamed 3, even if it's been 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just think he's not letting go right now.
Neither is she. Zin approaches you, and gives you sort of a sad smile, and says, "Listen, not now, but we should probably talk."
Yeah.
About.
Everything.
Yeah. Not while you're all still celebrating and you're still recovering, but
I get it.
later.
Yeah. Thanks.
Are you okay?
I'm alive.
Yeah.
I almost wasn't, but par for the course.
Good. I think Nyx approaches you. It's clear that she's been crying. And she says, "My brother?"
He might have. Never mind. I was gonna say he probably got the easiest part about this, and I'm like, nope, he did not.
Wow, an unusual moment of restraint for Severin.
That's
Maybe these people do bring out the best in you.
yeah. I actually don't think he would say anything, and he just kind of pull her into a hug too, and it's just. I think that and maybe just I'm sorry.
He didn't make it.
He's stone. But
Wait. What do you mean he's stone?
well, when a basilisk turns somebody to stone.
Wait, he's petrified?
Yes.
So he's alive?
Yeah. I just
Fuck, Severin! You hug me and say, "I'm so sorry."
man. What did
That's textbook. He's fucking dead, Severin.
I'm sorry. How would
Severin, communication. How did you serve in an assassin's guild for years, working fucking black ops in the Brailish military, and not know the difference between "I'm sorry he's dead" and "I'm sorry but he's alive"?
You know what? You know what?
You.
You know what?
Oh, she punches you. She punches you like in the chest. She's like, "I'm so mad at you." Can you fix him?
Well,
This is such a parent thing. Like,
now I'm afraid you're gonna yell at me more.
Fix him!
I can't right this moment.
What do you mean you can't write this moment?
It just takes a while.
You were able to fix freaking Aram.
She kinda, like, grabs her head. Look, he's missing some bits.
What do you mean he's missing some bits?
Yeah.
Look, you had an idea.
Stick was rubbing his hands together.
I mean, I could heal the wound. I can't grow it back. I can keep him from bleeding to death upon being,
Hang on, have we just established that we're in the distance?
Yeah.
We're listening in. Yeah.
Oh no!
I mean,
think that's
Nyx
common.
is yelling to fill the whole storm tower at this
we
point.
glue the arm together?
No, they ate
So
the
the
pieces.
cockatrices
Yeah.
ate
They
the
ate the
pieces of
yeah.
thigh that were taken off.
Yeah.
They are
They were a little hungry.
no longer salvageable.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with his arm?
I'll keep him from bleeding to death.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah.
how terrible would it be to be like, "Oh, you're fixed. Oh, you bled to death."
No, I wanna. Yeah, that would suck.
Severin, I don't want my brother to bleed to death.
Don't listen to them.
He would. I probably would bleed to death.
But we can fix that.
Yeah.
See,
That
Severin,
part.
communication.
Sorry.
Thank you, Stick.
You're welcome.
You're wonderful.
Thank you.
It's been kind of a rough couple days.
You're telling me?
But we could find someone who's a better healer than I am that could probably just grow the limbs back.
Did you have to fight a basilisk?
No, but I had to
Big lady?
make my way solo throughout a fucking war zone, pretending to be an orc.
And you did good.
I know I volunteered.
Good
I had no
job,
other choice. It was either
actually, yeah.
stay there and die or go outside and maybe die. Look, Severin, I'm not saying any of this is fair. I just want my brother back.
Well, I'm very much trying.
Okay. Can you fix my brother or not?
Yes, it's just gonna take a bit.
Okay,
All I
I'm
can
sorry.
tell you.
I'm sorry. It's just I've been thinking about him ever since we got separated, and I was so afraid for so long that he was gone, and I'm sorry, Severin. I didn't mean to go off on you.
It's fine. I'd rather you yell at me.
I'm glad you're okay.
Thanks. We'll bring him back. It's just I don't know what it's gonna look like afterwards. So
Okay. Well,
we'll get through this like normal.
is he like around or where is he?
Where
I'd
is
like
he,
to see
DM?
him.
Where is he, Mr.
Well,
DM?
I don't know. You had
Last I know that he knows
Someone
that.
had him.
I mean, it's,
He was at the Crooked Cat.
I assume
I
we'd
was
bring
like-
him here,
I would
right?
assume people like made
sure.
it back to the storm tower.
He's on a bed
For sure.
upstairs.
They put him on a cart.
Yeah.
I feel like that would break the bed.
Don't hit him up.
Stone statue.
Somebody's like, we're giving the
Yeah,
statue a bed.
I think you guys have probably taken as many of your goons as you can and taken the petrified ones and sort of set them aside, perhaps with the hope that one day you're able to get them all.
Yeah, how
Oh.
can I have
until
Can I have
they
a-
return, they stand in memorial
Yeah.
of the combat
Yeah.
of the Great
They're
War
like
with
the
Dask.
fucking terracotta soldiers in the tomb protecting you.
But imagine you open a door, you open it into a room, and there's just a bunch
of statues of various
They're like,
goons.
oh my god, this
And I
is an
think-
amazing piece of art that you guys have down here, and we're just like,
those?
Yeah,
Well,
it looks so realistic,
Bob,
right?
damn
So
it.
lifelike.
And I think
Mike Vincent's in
the other you see
Oh no,
hold on, time out.
my friend.
Walking around you see
Imagine getting like,
some of Bregan's bastards
depetrified, like,
going
10 years
about.
later.
You see
Phelan's in there?
Yeah.
you see
That's where he was all that time.
yeah you see
Bregan.
Bregan, you see Falk,
Bregan.
and you see
they're petrified?
no.
Oh.
No.
You see
Okay,
them.
cool.
They're walking around, and they're
Not
like
petrified.
inspecting the statue of the goons. As soon as they find a Dask one, Chorus is carrying a big hammer,
Oh.
and he just swings and pummels them to dust.
I
The
do think
goons
Severus, like,
have,
not
if I
watching.
may, the goons have now created a little bell that goes ding ding whenever it happens, and then everybody goes one down, and it's a little moment we all share.
Yeah.
Azeraphis also does it, and he goes yeah.
Yeah, I feel like some of the members of the Storm Tower gang that are of sort of like Droamite descent are a little uncomfortable with this entire
maybe-
affair, but they try not to pay it too much mind.
Hey, I'm Dromite. These guys suck. I don't feel bad at all.
But anyways, you guys have Fi. He is still missing, part of his arm and part of his leg.
I had to think about that for like a month, by the way. Just in the back of my head,
Are you
constantly.
are you going to unpetrify him?
I'm sorry, I have to think, who is our healer?
Stick
Beerbot?
and Beerbot?
I mean, in the Storm Tower, there's goons. Is there anybody that we have, or is it
Probably
just
none that are
Julio?
better than Stick and Beer
Okay,
Pot.
that's just what I'm double
Falk is
checking.
technically a healer?
No, I was just double checking if we didn't have anybody like kind of
Like a doctor?
That,
sure.
that individual screams
or,
healer right there.
He's a holy healer. He heals you with the power
Look,
of
these guys,
Jesus.
like,
I was
got
saying,
a
He does
he
kinda
heals
look-
you by
Symbol
killing
up.
everybody else.
He does kind of look like the Game of Thrones guy.
Oh yeah.
No, I just
Oh my
double
God,
checking
Thoros is here.
if there wasn't
Yeah, Thoros.
another goon that was kind of like spec'd into that.
I'm sure there is, but,
But it's
I
more of
don't know
like
who that
than anything
is.
else. That's totally fine. Because yeah, honestly, between the three of them, magical healing and 2 regular healing, we can do something.
Okay. So we are unpetrifying.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. You, similar
Right.
to Arala, douse his body with the basilisk oil. And as it peels away, as soon as the...
Can I pick up his arm?
His arm isn't off. Like, it's been nibbled off. Like, he has, like, a stump there now.
Oh, got
Yeah,
it.
like it was eaten away by
Never
the
mind.
by the cockatrices.
I would never do that. That's weird.
That is.
Yeah, you would never take someone's arm.
Odd.
Yeah, why don't you go up there?
Okay.
I feel
Let's
like
just stand in the corner
for a
like
little
very
bit.
much of like
A little longer.
No.
Set the stage for the next
And
I feel like nobody noticed he was there. And it's just like,
He's like lean over.
as soon as he
I didn't
is
say anything.
as soon as
really
he is
quiet.
like no longer petrified, he groggily like comes to, and then his eyes snap open, and you watch as blood pours from the wounds on the amputated limbs on his body, and he screams in pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He like tries to get up, but Nyx is next to him, like holding his one good hand, and it's like, brother, just hang on, it'll be okay.
Seven is very much
Yeah.
kind of the one that is holding him down.
Conveniently, I
And
just picked
looking to
up
the two of
battle
them.
medicine, which means I can actually do a healing check as an action instead of having
cool.
to take 10 minutes to do it.
Do you also want to heal?
Yeah.
Arala can also heal, so I guess Arala would sort of be the one expecting to heal her, but.
That is who I was thinking of.
But if you two got it covered,
Yeah.
then
I
you're just gonna cast heal, I imagine.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So I'm just doing a normal because I know that I have the magical healing to back me up.
Yeah, exactly.
A normal medicine check DC or a normal battle medicine check is DC 15. I rolled 17.
Okay,
just so
perfect.
that you're aware.
Perfect. So you are able to staunch the bleeding with your magic powers, and then you are able to apply the necessary mundane implements
Exactly.
to ensure that the bleeding does not continue.
To the tune of 17 health, whatever that
for
means
sure, for sure.
God, could you imagine like coming out of like anesthesia? You just go to sleep, you wake up, your arm and leg are gone, and everybody's holding you down.
Yeah,
You're like,
While
that's
you're bleeding.
exactly what
He's
happened
so
with 5.
confused.
Yeah.
While you're actively bleeding still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think after all that, he just sort of is like sitting in the cot that you guys have set up for him, just like kind of 1,000 yards staring into the corner, as he's like, Severin, what happened to me? I was going after Lil, and then the next thing I know, you're all holding me down, and my writing arm's gone.
Yeah, I think once again it's a lot of he doesn't say anything, just kind of holds him tight.
Is Lil okay?
Yeah, she's fine. I'm so sorry.
Fuck.
You can get an arm like mine.
Yeah.
We can, I don't know, get something great.
Severin, I'm not really in the mood for jokes right now. I think like you see him like move like his right hand to like try and like adjust the glasses on his face, but then he like holds up the stump of what remains. He says,
I'm sorry. You'll get used to it.
Yeah, okay. Boy, this is the worst morning of my life.
Yeah, I'm.
Could be worse, I guess.
It shouldn't have been. It. You guys shouldn't have been down here. Zin and I, we need to talk. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, you do.
And I get it if you guys want to hate me, if you need to hate me, that's fine. I deserve it.
I don't hate you, Severin. Don't be stupid. This is just a lot to take in.
Yeah. You can be mad at me for as long as you need to. You can talk to me about it. Or not. Just... He just got revels his head.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you got better things to do than hang out with me, so why don't you? I think I want to be alone for a bit.
Okay. And I'll get
Tell
up.
Nyx to just give me a minute.
he'll get up and he'll leave. He'll kind of, if Beerbot and Stick, I don't know if they're
So-
waiting
I think
outside.
I think he started to talk and he was upset. Stick left.
I was gonna say what I was doing like without trying to distract that was I was trying to be like as Beerbot like you and I should go.
Oh,
Like
I
that
thought you were
was
telling me that
gotcha.
someone needed.
Yeah, I thought you were
no.
talking out of character.
No. I was trying to do that in character, but trying to do it without disrupting the conversation that was happening.
Stick, as you get out of there and part ways with Beerbot and head toward your room. You walk into you sort of aren't paying attention, and you walk in, and then suddenly
Oh.
you are inside of a gelatinous tube, and there is a skeleton standing right in front of you. You can feel the acid sort of burning on your skin, and you hear this voice in your mind say, "Oh, Stick! I am so dreadfully sorry." You see the skeleton inside the goo like approach you and like you fall out onto the ground. He says,
Glad to see you're alive.
"Oh, you have no idea how much I return the sentiment. I am so sorry."
Oh no, it's alright. This stings a little. This stings a little. Are you in my room?
Yes,
Oh,
I was performing my cleaning rounds when the Dask attacked.
yes.
And I suddenly found myself trapped in your room. I wasn't able to open the door.
Oh, well.
He couldn't just ooze through it.
You would have had to destroy it.
No, I'm asking this out of character.
Well,
I
like
could
the
have-
idea that he was scared.
I could have abandoned my
was
skeleton,
like,
but then I would lose my sentience and become an ordinary ooze
Right,
once
fucking
more. And
skeleton.
well, I didn't quite like the idea of that.
He tries to ooze the skeleton.
But it is
Stop.
quite good to feel your presence once more.
Christ.
Glad to see you.
The ooze
Thank
can't
you.
survive.
We have quite a few dead guys out here if you want to.
Oh, excellent!
Do your
I am
rounds.
famished.
Yes.
I've been living off microbes for the last few days.
Careful of the statues,
Your
though.
room is squeaky clean.
Yeah, your room spotless.
Ah.
Some of your stuff is floating around in Landley though.
Oh,
And,
Like
and,
what?
Like some books, some of your drug paraphernalia. Your, it's like
Yeah.
sticking. Yeah, I think. Oh,
The ball.
my bong.
they're like, "Oh, I'm so dreadfully sorry." And he watches the skeleton like takes its hand and like holds it up to the nose, and then he watches. The stuff comes out.
Yay!
Your
Thank you.
inkwell pen.
Yeah.
Yeah, your fountain pen.
Your fountain pen.
And Landley goes back to devouring the bodies of the dead.
Yippee.
Jesus Christ. Just little.
Yeah, we'll
Your
return them
Roomba.
someday.
Right, sorry.
There's a little caution sign
good.
next to it.
Yeah. It smells like bleach in here.
Maybe it smells like cherries
Oh.
or something.
all right.
Oh, we put some. We put some. What was that? We put some scent in him.
He smells like fresh lemon.
You
Yeah.
plug a little like
Scent thing?
Glade,
The Glade plug-in?
air scent thing that you plug into the wall. It's like, oh, it smells nice in here.
If he's
Little
right, he's
car air
cherry
freshener.
smelling.
Oh no, I was saying we drip it into Landley.
Oh, so he's just like a very nice smelling ooze.
No, I was just joking.
Oh,
Azevedo doesn't do that.
oh, okay.
Oh.
I was just saying that would be funny though.
After and then as that's happening, some of you like in the course of this couple of days that passed, like this is all. I don't think this is happening chronologically.
Yeah.
I think these are just happening in little vignettes.
Yeah.
You guys head down to the kitchen as one of the goons. Who is it? Who's it gonna be? I think
You need
it's,
like a table.
It's gonna be Aram. Aram calls some of you down.
Aram.
And
The
Aram
goon
is like,
table.
guys, I think there's something in the cellar.
In the
Oh
cellar?
shit! Really?
Yeah.
Cellar.
So
What?
scary.
Why?
Cellar. I mean,
Yeah, but it sounds like people are talking down there. You think it might be some Dask holdouts?
Oh,
Holy shit!
it could be.
Let's go.
You
we're
guys
gonna fight rats. in this
bust
cellar.
open the cellar door. You storm down there, and you see
Coward.
that standing in the cellar, one of like holding two kitchen knives, and then the other one holding a bloody broken bottle is Dharma and Estelle. And I think Estella's like, Azaraphis! Oh, I've never been so happy to see you in my whole life. Although I'm not so happy you're pointing that gun at me. Estelle looks
Dharma
fine.
and Estelle.
Estelle looks fine. A little bedraggled, but fine. Dharma looks crazy. Dharma is covered in blood.
Oh my god.
And
Oh
the
my
the
God.
broken
What the
bottle that he
hell?
has is like completely covered in blood as well. There's a couple dead gnolls down here.
Dharma and Estelle, what are you guys were just hiding down here the whole time?
Estelle's like, hey, easy boy, it's okay.
He's feral.
Not that yet.
He said, I think she steps forward. He said,
Whoa.
Put the
You
bottle down.
guys
Put the bottle
took
down.
care
It's
of
okay.
a couple of Dask agents, I see.
Well,
You guys were
I think
holding out.
you're giving me too much credit, I think.
Taking the fight directly to Dask.
Listen, I don't know what happened, but when Dask stormed it, Dharma just kind of fucking lost it. He just went insane.
I
on
look
these
at
guys.
Dharma.
Yeah.
He's like, is he holding the bottle?
He's holding the bottle and he's like looking at the bodies. He's like,
You defended the Storm Tower.
I killed them.
You did. Yeah, they're dead because of you. You're alive because you did this.
Stay back.
You're gonna kill me too?
I don't want to.
Dharma, I don't know if this whole like murder spree thing really fits you. You want to give it your best shot though, go for it. But why did you kill them if not to defend us?
They were gonna kill us.
Yeah. You did what you had to do.
Is it okay to come out now? Are they gone?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Storm
yeah.
Tower's fine.
Oh, thank the sovereigns. I think he climbs out of the cellar and he's like, oh, I never thought I'd be so happy to see this gross ass kitchen ever again. Can I make some fries or something, please?
You know what, Dharma?
Wash your hands.
Yeah.
Dharma, he puts his hand on his shoulder.
Uh,
You're all right, Dharma. You're learning. Go cook some fries, buddy.
Comfort.
Fries of a killer.
okay.
These are the fries of a killer.
That's funny.
Estelle's like, hey, maybe we should give the kid a break. I mean, he's been through. Well, look at him. He's
What?
clearly not well.
It'll work out.
When-
It'll pass. He's traumatized.
Okay. You clearly didn't kill any of the gnolls.
It's a little different.
Right.
He needs something normal to
Comforting.
go back to.
Routine.
Fries.
He's so used to that. It'll be good for him
Quite literally,
while
this is
he
probably the best thing we can do for him.
while he
Keep
processes.
him away from Dream Lily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
Let him cope with fries.
Gotcha.
That bloodthirst is going to come
He's-
back.
he's
It
not-
might.
Well,
I'm just gonna
And we'll be ready.
just,
You might be a proficient.
don't listen to
dude.
anything Azurfa says.
Noted.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
What?
If anything, I'm the best person to talk through this. I've been through this multiple times.
I don't know
Yeah.
if that's.
Sure, you have.
He's been through having your first kill multiple times.
Yeah, you've.
Get
That's
all
not-
shaky, the adrenaline's going. It can last a long time.
Yeah, but he's traumatized.
I guess I don't think
A
it's
little
like,
different.
I liked that. I think it's more of a,
It's his
I'm gonna
survival.
think about this for the rest of my life. I hate
Yeah.
this.
Well, yeah. That's how it goes. It hardens you. It makes you stronger. I thought you were in the war. Well, I guess you dated that.
How much do you think it would cost to hire like a therapist?
A goon
multiple.
therapist?
Can you explain what that is?
Fair.
It'd have to be multiple.
Can
I
you-
feel like they'd quit.
I don't know what that is. Don't say smart things to me.
You're first on the list.
Oh,
I would pay to see that.
What are you talking about?
You know when you go talk to Lila and then you come home and you just say that you feel so much better? It's kind of
Yeah.
like that. But no sex.
Why the fuck would I want that? Stink, you're
Maybe we
so
just hire. We
stupid.
just
Yeah.
hire Lila.
You could Oh, Lila's expensive though.
She is.
Not when she likes you.
That's fair.
On the subject of Lila,
Sarah
she
Chris
does
is
show
like-
up at the storm tower.
Lila, I'm glad you're all right.
She looks fine.
You look fine.
Well, thank you, Seraphis.
Where have you been?
Out of the war zone.
Oh, good.
The smart way.
I was just
Things
making
are
sure you
much
weren't
calmer
involved.
over in Boromar territory.
Oh, it must be nice.
Really?
Yeah, business as usual.
Nothing. No news.
Nothing I've heard of, at least, and I hear a lot of things.
Well, that's good to know.
She says, but I'm glad to see that you all managed to weather the storm, no pun intended. You guys are doing a pretty good job fixing up the place. Not that it was much fixed up to begin with, but
Yeah, we've been trying to get things back together.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you were going to be here.
Well, I was looking for you.
Great. Well, let's. I take her to my room
Yeah.
and I close the
I
door.
take it to
Yeah.
my
And I'm like,
house and I
Hey,
it.
do you?
do you want to give me
You
some therapy?
was there something you wanted to talk about?
I wanted to check in on
Some
you.
therapy? Wink, wink.
So you're here to check in on me?
Well, yeah. And also have sex.
Great. I push her against the wall, and that's a fade to
some
black. I didn't double check. I didn't want to assume.
Therapy gained.
Yeah.
That's the therapist going to therapy, guys.
Sex therapy.
It's the Elden Ring therapy.
He doesn't need sex therapy. He needs therapy through sex.
Oh, God. All right.
It's Elden Ring therapy day.
Yeah.
Therapy head.
Let's see. I want to address this thing you brought up to me, Colton, about this hammer. You know what? I should turn on some different music for this. Maybe some taking
I had to flip it around because you didn't turn on shuffle and repeat, and it was playing
Oh,
some
you're
random
freaking
tracks
kidding
there.
me.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right.
You're in the middle of playing an armless man, an armless, legless man,
He has.
I was a little busy.
and I was like, "I'll do it."
I'm still sad that no one heard my joke about the eyelashes.
What did you-
Emma laughed.
I
We
You
heard
caught
your
it?
joke about the
What? When?
Okay, Jacob didn't hear it apparently. I think he's the one that would have laughed at it. You were like, "Oh yeah, the eyelashes, because the stone is so small
yeah.
it'll fall off." And I said, "Maybe something else will fall off."
Oh no!
Good lord. All right. All right. Let's do this. I mean, I have a character sheet for Keely.
Cool.
You
I'm gonna
do.
roll a couple of crafting checks for Keely to see if she can
Okay.
get this done.
Am I allowed to
Assist.
Well,
somehow, or-
assist or even if I have to, just like give my we don't use the coins in this game anymore, do we?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Do we use coins?
You can do
Yeah, I know, but I give her advantage on the roll.
I don't know
Oh,
about
thank-
advantage. That doesn't
With
really
the- well, with
exist, but flip the coin to
Yeah.
give her advantage. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I guess that is how that works. So, sure. I'll say for one of them for sure.
Sweet.
You guys take a couple of days to work.
Full
on
disclosure, it's not. But if you want it to work that way, it can.
That. Yeah. I'll
I
establish
guess
the
it's a
precedent
reroll,
here.
but
This is sort of
the
a
thing is, I
special
don't know if-
circumstance. Like, I wouldn't let you guys do this on each other. But if it's an NPC that you have a connection
For sure,
with,
for sure.
for sure. Let me
it's like
hopefully
it's like a
get
Fire
that.
Emblem.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, do
Yeah.
I need to start doing support levels now?
Dude,
Whoa.
that'd be fun.
I think we're at A with Keely and Beerbot. It's all good.
All right.
What does
Okay, B.
Keely's cool.
B plus.
Keely looks at this hammer that you have taken from the body of Knight Thunderbrand, the Karnathi Bone Knight that you guys killed at Shortcloak Donuts.
Yo,
God, what a sentence! I
That
love
was
Eberron.
awesome. That was awesome.
I love Eberron. It's the best. And I think Keely looks at it and she says, "Oh yeah, this is 100% some Karnathi manufacturing here." She looks at me and says, I fought on the Karnathi front. That's how I got out of the morning."
That's how we met. In a way, the very first episode, she was getting shit on by some guys.
Oh well,
because of that.
yeah. I think for a second she's
In
like,
a way,
"Did you fight on the?" Oh,
I fought on every side.
right. I'm sorry.
But no.
God, do you ever think that maybe we were deployed against each other in some battles? That would have been. That's a pretty crazy thought. I mean, I wasn't really a frontliner. I was more, hanging back with the other Warforged and mechanized units and just fixing them up and contributing where I could. But
Yeah, that is definitely not where they had me.
yeah, I'm sure. But she takes out her artificer's tools and begins the process of unraveling this warhammer without ruining any of the magic
Right.
that it's embedded with. She's sort of separating the haft of it from the actual hammer itself.
I don't want to impose on this scene, but someone would very much like to be there.
Oh yeah,
In a
If-
way
if
of
he
just
wants
if
to
it's
be.
a character thing though, it's definitely just
No, if Severin would express,
not issues, but
I'm gonna to take a step back. I know you made like they're at A whatever. Beerbot still is just like, you want to be there?
okay.
If,
Noted.
Yeah.
It's very much like, fuck. It's great. Questions for that lady?
Oh, for Keely?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, she passed her first crafting check, so
Yeah.
I mean, any questions y'all want to ask Keely, go
No.
ahead.
But I think he would watch what she's doing first, how she's doing it.
She's taken her artificer's tools, which are, of course, she is using to sort of imbue them with a modicum of magic, and is beginning the somewhat mundane process of separating the hammer from the haft of the weapon. As you do this, you can see there's some sparks of just pure concentrated magic that emit from it. Sometimes she has to like pull back as like a little like arc of lightning kind of snaps out in front of her. She says, "Very potent lightning rune on this one. This is some House Cannith East handiwork, I think. Give me a sec." And you watch as with the assist from Beerbot, she is able to separate the haft from the hammer. It's not a super lengthy process. It maybe takes a few minutes, but she's very like ginger about it. Then she's beginning the process of like creating something. I don't want to say like a what would it even be called? Like a, I hesitate to say a dongle, but it's like a thing that can be used to interface with your Warforged arm.
You mean a
Right.
rune?
What?
A rune?
Not a rune, because the rune's already on there. It's more like creating the apparatus with which Beerbot can attach this thing to his arm.
Makes sense.
I understand. I'm just like, look, we have runes.
Well, they have runes, yeah. And as she begins crafting that, on her next crafting check, she succeeds that second one too. As she sort of, she says, "Beerbot, just hold your arm right here," and she sort of takes your arm and holds it and sort of positions it correctly so that she can get a sense of what she's working with and what you're currently using to connect the hammer to. And she takes some pieces of metal that she begins shaping magically so to sort of almost like wrap around your arm, as well as inscribe them with some runes to magnetize it so that it's not gonna fly off the second you try to swing it. But I mean, she's kind of focusing on that for the time being, as she has like her goggles down. She's got her like her wand of welding and is like, psst.
That's fun.
It's really
I love
funny to
that.
think about. Because I also left my old notes at home.
No.
So I've lost a lot of knowledge
That
in the
sucks.
way of like, it's all at home. And I'm like, So refresh. We know that Keely, what's the word I'm looking for?
What you know about Keely is that she fought for Seer in the
Thank you.
war. She survived the morning, and then she ended up in Sharn, looking for work as an artificer. Beyond that, you don't really know a lot about her.
There we go. Because it was a lot of just like, I'm trying to remember what Severin would know.
I
Because
think Severin knows about that much.
And
yeah.
You know that she also took the time. She's sort of become like another tutor for Lily.
Yes.
To sort of relieve Fi of some of his duties. She's sort of taken over like her more like arithmetic and arcane science learning.
Because she
Whereas Fi is currently focusing more on like composition and the more creative aspects of schooling.
Outside of the fact that we haven't really touched too much on it inside game anyways, I think Beerbot probably would also actively avoid discussion about the war, just
100%.
from the fact that he himself knows like how fun it can be to talk about it. So
100%, yeah.
Yeah, that did
Socket.
help me.
Thank you. A socket.
Oh,
That's a
God.
good
God,
one.
I
appreciate
suck
that.
it. It was like, whoa,
Suck it.
my
Yeah, I
God,
was
dude.
like, damn,
Yeah.
Jacob. I let your character have sex, and this is how you treat me? I let your character bone down?
Suck
It's therapy.
thank you, Spencer.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
yeah.
so we're having.
You're fine.
I love the idea that this is how you
That's how I entertain
trade,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Here,
I'm like,
do
listen,
X.
can you behave if I
Get-
let your character bone down for 5 seconds?
That's
Get
what I've been
fucking
waiting for.
laid.
That's what it's all about.
5 seconds.
got laid.
Yeah, got laid.
Laid, God.
Because Keely did mention the I don't have it in my notes.
Lily's dragon mark?
Yes, and then it was. Did she mention Kenneth Test of Sybaris?
She says that she remembers hearing about tests of Sybaris from Kenneth Artificers during the war.
Okay. I was trying to remember if she said outright or anything. That's all. Because I think while she's focusing, he's very much going to eventually pipe up. And as I'm trying to think of a question that isn't going to end in a horrible moment of Beerbot killing him, you know. It looks like. Well, I just want to be rude, is what I'm saying. Which is hard
for him
for this.
Yeah.
To do to Keely.
Just do it. You can't piss him off.
I'm also just trying to like phrase it and find words.
Gotcha.
I don't think you obtained this skill just through the war.
I think she looks at you and just chuckles and is like, listen, Severin, if you got something to say, you can just say it.
The problem is I don't know. I'm trying to figure you out. And you obviously know why.
I don't think I do.
Okay. Just trying to figure out why you're here then.
I'm here because there's nowhere else for me to go. I'm here because I want to be here. Beerbot welcomed me in, the first friendly face I ever met in Sharn, and I don't know. I think I'd rather be doing this than anything else. There are other Sirens that are here who are fighting for you guys. Reese.
No, it's not. There's just something familiar to all this shit. You're just here because Beerbot welcomed you.
Well, no. I'm also here because I have a place to sleep that isn't out in the gutter somewhere. And it also gives me purpose. I don't know. You guys are trying to build something down here that's new. At least as far as the papers are concerned.
True.
I don't know. Why wouldn't I want to help these people get the Boromar boot off their neck, get Dask's fangs out from around their throat?
You're just a little too good for down here.
I could say the same thing about you. About all of you.
Well, I have every
I guess your circumstances are a little different.
Yeah.
You got kicked out of your home. So did I, in a manner of speaking.
There we go. Okay. That makes more sense. Because like I said, you're too skilled for down here. It's kind of the same thing for me. Sometimes you get dropped down.
Or sometimes the war ends because your entire homeland went up in flames. Or covered in molten glass, or consumed by a blinding flash that could be seen all the way from the Seyrid Road.
Okay.
Is she still working while this conversation is happening? Okay.
She finishes working on the necessary socket. Now just comes the part to actually fuse it to your hand.
Gotcha.
And ensure that the rune remains stable during the process.
I would say that especially if it's like while that conversation is happening, if she finishes up with that section, as that's happening, Beerbot isn't stupid enough to disturb like someone's like position while they're working. But once it's clear that there's a moment of reprieve, he'd probably just put his free hand on her shoulder and for sure, oh, my home, you know,
Yeah,
my
like-
home exploding.
Oh, my home exploded.
Yeah.
You know that thing you do when people's homes explode, or you put your
Yeah,
hands
yeah,
on your
when you
shoulder.
leave.
Fucking-
on your
Damn.
shoulder.
Sorry, your
Um,
home exploded.
I think
That's rough.
she
Just like a-
she looks down at it and smiles, and she says,
Sucks.
"Thank you, Beerbot."
I can't say that I understand that for either of you. My only home was war. I would choose this every
Bless you.
day.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that I can't try to understand. Or empathize.
Thank you, Beerbot.
I think,
It means a lot.
yeah. I think you do have a better understanding than some of the others in our group.
You're kinder than most flesh and blood people.
Yeah. I guess some of it would just concern that too. You weren't a spy, or you were a spy.
Spy? For who?
I don't know. There's a lot of people. There's a
I-
Warforged. There's an Aberrant Mark. There's fucking Tiefling from Drome.
It is true that we have a lot of strange oddities within the six of the Storm Tower 6.
I don't think that just stops at the 6.
No.
Look at the whole freaking
Yeah.
gang.
Yeah.
True.
A lot of main characters here.
I've had to live pretty much all my life always looking over my shoulder. So I'm just making sure.
Look, Severin, I didn't really want to talk about this because, frankly, it's none of your business. It's my secret to keep. It's my shame to hold. But if it would really set your mind at ease, then I'll tell you now. I didn't hear about tests of Sybaris from Cannith heirs that I fought alongside during the war. I was a Cannith heir. I was excoriated from the house because I left to go and fight for Seer. I was born in the city of Making. I was groomed to, just like you, probably take my test of Sybaris, hopefully inherit the mark, and then go on to do great things for the house. But I didn't manifest a mark, and I saw something more beyond just profiting off of the war. I wanted it to end, and I wanted Seer to win. So I joined the military and left the house, and they told me to never come back. And even if I wanted to now, I wouldn't have a choice, because Making's gone.
Yeah, but there is other parts of Cannith.
Yeah, squabbling barons that are trying to lord over the ashes. Let Merrick's and Jorlana and Zorlin feud over who gets to be the top Gorgon now that Starin's dead. I'd rather busy my hands with work that actually helps people.
Okay. If you need my help, just ask. Just
You've already helped enough. All of you.
I got a long to-do list, I think.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. It's just not something I like to talk about.
No, I really do get it. It's just unfortunately, if you were a spy for Cannith, I'd be watching my back again. So this
no.
is probably the best, but I know what it's like in multiple ways to be thrown out to the gutter.
Yeah.
He'll
If it makes you feel better, I haven't heard from anybody in Cannith for a very long time. I mean, just hearing that you guys got to meet with Merrick's, I was like, oh, there's a name I haven't heard in forever.
he's a dick, so egotistical.
I didn't know him that
dick.
well. I always heard people talk about him. We're just different sides of the world.
No, that's
And the war.
Hopefully that's something that won't come up for the...
As far as, look, he doesn't even know I exist. So
Well, right, but he knows that I do.
I
Very
know,
well.
But he hasn't come swooping down with his Darkwood watch that I've seen.
Yet.
well, that's good. No, that's it. I'll
I don't know what he's up to, but he can keep doing it. I don't really care.
fine. Don't even want to think about him. No,
Well,
that,
I mean, I am nervous to know... I am nervous about what move he may make if he hears about what happened. Like, I know he's letting me, you know, keep Mara until he deems it unnecessary. If he feels like I'm in sufficient danger, I'm afraid he might try to move. And I don't
Well-
intend on saying yes when he comes to collect.
I think you probably watch as it like Severin is processing that, and it's like another concern he's now gained.
Concern gained.
It's just like,
7-year-old into that.
Maybe he'll
let's not talk about that right now.
maybe he'll
Let's
continue
just
to
not. You're what?
uh,
Let's just no.
it's just been on my mind.
Well, now it's on mine. So
And now it's on mine. Keely says, she's like, do you really think he'll come down here and try and whisk you away?
I don't think me. Well, he. I mean,
big magnet.
I think. I think.
No!
Our beer bot. Beer bot stole it.
How much have I told Keely? Probably nothing about this, huh?
No,
No.
it's up to you.
Yeah,
Dog.
I don't
know.
think. I'm trying to think back. I don't think he's ever mentioned. Now that he knows what, you know. I mean, we've talked about it before. I'm very unique, and that is merits.
You are a special boy, you're right.
Well, in terms
Is that
of
what you wanted to hear?
like
Of course.
build,
Mhm.
and that was his doing.
Mhm.
He's never been able to do it again. So he's tried to figure it out, and I think he's using data from what I'm doing to figure it out. And with Mara, he, technically speaking, she's on loan at the moment. It was the only way we could convince him to not take her immediately.
Mm.
So if he decides that I and her are in enough danger, I don't know what he might do to try to bring me back.
Well, that is a worrying thought, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah.
Hopefully he
Well, shit.
learns.
Burdened with knowledge.
Hopefully he learns that not only did we win, but we won so like great.
If he's keeping that close of tabs on you, I wouldn't be surprised if he knows everything that's happened on this battlefield. But I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Always wanted to kill Dragonmarked Hair.
Okay, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves, Severin. He's one of the most powerful men in Shard.
It'd be nice. It'd be so nice to get rid of things like that easily.
He's got to have fail safes in place. A guy like that. Anyways,
God, I
I'm
wish that were
done.
me.
Congratulations!
He's actually been
You
done
now
for
have
10
a
minutes.
Warhammer, striking Warhammer
Oh,
with a shock rune on your arm.
You have a taser.
How do I add that to my?
It's a rune that you. Shocking.
I think Mara, there's a sort of like, not quite a buzz, but just like that kind of instinctual feeling in your head as Mara sort of interfaces with this new weapon that you've attached to yourself. And she says, oh, Beerbot, it wasn't enough that you could wield the power of fire. Now you've got the wrath of the storm on your side. I think you're starting to take this storm tower thing a little too literally.
Maybe next it'll be water.
Don't say
What?
that.
Just get the water hose.
Sorry, hose?
Not like Earth or anything, no.
Oh, Damon and
Rock
Beerbot
is the.
both having electric punches.
Yeah, exactly. I love
Electric
that. for you guys.
fun.
Electric is, especially just like,
You know what? flavor-wise, electricity is the best element.
It's super cool. Yeah.
Disagree, but I
Get fucked.
understand. I understand.
All right,
fucked.
Fireboy.
But dude, fire's goaded.
She can't
Get fucked.
punch, but Dawn has electricity too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Electric sword, bow,
Oh,
whatever.
runes. Here we go.
Anything.
Yeah.
Pack of the blade.
Electric blood.
You said what type of rune did you say it
It's
was?
a shock.
Shock rune?
So it just does an extra d6 of electricity damage on a hit.
Ooh, wow. And I can...
Yeah.
you're
you
aware
can
of the
do that.
crit, right? Okay, and I am just now of the proper level at which I can use this. So on a crit, electricity arcs out to deal an equal amount of electricity damage to up to 2 other creatures of your choice within 10 feet of the target. So if I crit, it just...
That's
Chain
cool.
lightning.
Chain lightning.
All right. Whip. Anybody else have anything they want to do? Talk to some NPCs?
Can I talk to my sister?
I was just about to say, yeah.
Oh,
Ashran has been moved from the Crooked Cat to one of the upper rooms in the Storm Tower. Sorry.
Sorry, I hate to do it. It's just because this... You're cool with it having 2 runes on it, right? Because it's striking it. Because the PDF was like, you can't do that. And I was like,
well, the stat block let it, so...
the PDF was like, this has an
Was it-
illegal number of runes. And I was
because
like,
you need
okay.
another rune on it.
Look, I'm pretty
Figured
sure...
out a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure that the Grave Knight Captain which is the stat block I use, it has a, because the Warhammer does 2d8 damage plus strength plus 1d6.
Gotcha.
So-
Okay, we'll figure out why.
That's the damage it does. That's what the stat block says. Sorry, guys. Yeah, your sister's been moved to one of the upper rooms because there's no more room in the prison. All the petrified statues are in there.
Yeah.
And Casker, who is probably the most miserable he has ever been in his life.
He can sit in that for a while.
She's
Damn, bro.
surrounded by
can
petrified
sit-
people.
But Ashran is up there. I imagine Elcora and Durna of Clan Volt are up there as well, under guard. Ashran is currently just sitting on like a chair in the middle of the room. Have you brought her anything?
Yeah, probably. She wanted coffee.
She did back at the
Yeah.
Crooked Cat. Yeah,
Probably brings her food and coffee.
cool.
Yeah, and water, so she doesn't die.
Higher
She
priorities.
takes it.
Pancakes? There's pancakes apparently.
Dharma made a shit ton of pancakes.
Dude, he made like 100.
He just keeps making them.
He's going through it.
Bro's
Yeah.
going crazy right now. Bless his heart.
We're out of flour.
He's using corn,
She takes the pancakes and the coffee, and she says, "Thank you, brother." She says, I think she just sits back and she says, "I can feel all of the death that has happened here.
Yeah.
It's almost like I can taste it. You and your friends fought well.
Thank you.
So what's to become of me?
Well, that's
now
up
that
to
your
you.
ordeal is over, I'm sure you and your Storm Tower 6 are keen to do something about me.
Yeah. That's up to you, I think. Do you want to stay here? Can't really let you go alive.
And I can't return without you.
No, they'll kill you. So your options are
Or worse.
To recruit more.
or worse. There's always a purpose for a body. Yours will just be mindless.
I don't want that to happen.
I don't want that to happen to you either. You can be incredibly useful to us. And that's what they'll want from you, is a use. So you can choose to stay here and be helpful, or you can go home and be mindless.
I always thought that maybe one day there'd be a day where we could hang up our blades.
Yeah. When we're dead.
Yeah. I do have a choice, but looking at the two options, it hardly seems like one. She stands up. She approaches you, and she says, I will make myself useful.
Good. There is also a third choice. You could leave. You could run.
I could.
I won't stop you. You didn't stop me.
You could see in her eyes she's considering it,
Mm-hmm.
as she kind of looks past you to the door. But then her gaze flickers down to your hand and the mark within. And she says, it's funny. When I first learned that you had manifested it, I was so jealous.
Yeah.
That it should be you instead of me. It would bear the mark of death. But after everything you've told me, after everything I've had to sit and think about in these dark rooms, I'm not going to go back. And I'm not going to run. The claw will continue to come. She wants that more than anything. Do you remember all those nights that they would leave us alone in that tomb? How dark it would get.
Yeah.
You never left my side. I think we're in the tomb again, brother. And I think she gives you a hug.
Yeah, hard hands.
That's cool.
Also, not me crying on the inside, though.
Yeah.
Think about
Yes.
poor children.
I'll never leave your side again.
What's that boy you're dating? What's his name?
Aram.
I'd like to apologize to Aram at some point, if he's still alive.
He is still alive.
Good. If he breaks your heart, I will ensure that he is not.
Okay.
I love her so much.
Thank you. I do have some questions.
She lets go, and she says, ask.
Do you know of any spell that would regrow a body part?
Such magic exists. It's beyond my power. Might be
But
beyond yours, too.
Oh, yes. I thought about it long and hard for the past 3 days. But it does exist.
I'm certain it does, yes. It's
Powerful.
it's a high circle of magic, certainly. But I don't know how affordable or even accessible such a spell would be. Of course, we are in Sharn. There are multiple veterans of multiple battles that have received prosthetics from House Kenneth.
Yeah. That's my problem. I don't think the kid wants a prosthetic. I think he wants his arm back.
Well, I'm sure everyone else did too.
Of course,
But
but
unfortunately,
he seems very particular, though. Maybe just the arm. I think he could live without his foot.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not. The time that I spent in Sharn, I was stalking you and your friends.
Right.
I wasn't
Not looking to help out.
perusing House Kenneth's latest boutiques.
Right. Well, that's my question for now. Just to know that it does exist.
Do I need to stay in this room?
Oh, no, you can leave whenever you want.
The door's been unlocked the entire time.
Yes, the door was never locked.
Am I going to get that fang back?
If you pry it from Severin's cold dead corpse.
He might give it up soon once it starts.
Once what starts? It's gonna talk to him, isn't it? The
I don't
souls
know
in
what
there?
it is about the blade, but after I'd killed with it, I could see the souls of those I'd killed.
Oh, great.
That's
How do
fine.
we deal with
Yeah,
that?
yeah, that's actually fine. That's called PTSD.
I think as long as they don't torment him too much, he'll be fine.
I was able to build up a resistance to it. We'll
They're
see
not
if
gonna-
he's made of similar stuff.
They're not gonna try to take over his mind or anything, are they?
I don't know what that fang is capable of. They are ancient artifacts.
Great. Thank you, sister. Let's just go out together so they know that you're fine. I think they're all going to be very afraid of you for a little while. Maybe not the 6, but
That's
everyone
okay.
else. And
I
then
don't mind if they're afraid of me. I'm honestly just as afraid of all of them.
good. We'll find you a better room with an actual bed and not just a
Lucky me.
pallet on the floor.
I think she nudges into you and makes her way out the door.
Hey, Stick's crazy sister's
Hey,
walking around.
hey, she's fine.
The goon,
She's
the goon
fine.
there has a sword.
Wait, did you come up here just to do that?
I'm below, I think.
She's fine.
she walks up.
Yeah,
Everyone's tense.
Yeah.
She's fine. She's gonna help out.
What if you're being mind controlled?
I'm not being
What
mind
if she has a
controlled.
bomb?
She
What if
doesn't.
she's making you say that?
Azeraphis, I told you that bomb was a lie.
Shut up!
The bomb was a lie.
I don't believe that.
Oh, what can I?
Like spilled his
What can I?
coffee, just
What can I do to prove to you that I'm not being mind controlled?
What, What,
You
Bearbot?
guys had a nice heart to heart.
Yes, a nice heart to heart. She's my sister, and I love her. I don't want her to die. She doesn't want me to die.
I think every single one of us here has someone within the storm tower now that was an enemy of ours at some point.
Not me.
Yet.
Alcora?
Yeah, look, she's fucking. They're both upstairs too. In a
You can
freaking.
kill her, I don't care.
What happened to 3 days ago when you had hard eyes for her?
I don't have hard eyes for her. What?
Okay.
We're not talking about this.
Put the gun away. Also, Severin, that knife's gonna start trying to talk to you. Be careful.
Ooh, damn.
Nice arm, Bearbot.
No, thank you.
Is that a-
Keely helped.
Emerald Claw Keeper Special? Keeper's Fang Special? Or is that a...
A thing about the Keeper's Fang you didn't know about?
No, that I'm fine with. It's more of... He's used a Keeper's Fang before.
Tarkanon's Fang didn't do that,
That is all I needed to know.
as far as you're aware. You never heard anyone else talk about it.
Yeah.
Spray tan.
Great.
On that note...
That was a good note to end on. No, perfect.
Funny.
Thank you so much for joining us for this this sort of loosey-goosey first half session of Eberron City of Towers. When we come back, we're going to do a round of War for Calistan.
Hell yeah.
And maybe carry on a couple more little downtime things, and then maybe start talking about what comes next.
Cool.
So,
Before we do that, I want to give a big shout out to our members and our patrons. So big shout out to Rudra and Luke Stowe and Brent Kurtz and JHD, who all joined this past week. So thank you guys so much.
Welcome.
As well as Good 33 Fun, I Am Curla 249, Nate Seviert, Marvin the Marlin, Carrot Juices, Snake Cheat, Lego Builder 899, Boulder Games, Said Noor, Damian Ironscale, Shiny LaBulge, Dollar Store Off-Brand, Esif, Nikki DeVitz, Ian Lundy, Kate 12, Forever Freya, Beaky Hats, Matt Roberts, Dade Williams, Man Ray, Scrungle Paste, Hair Drerick, Matthias R, J-Babe, Glasses and Cake, Matt McCann, Mr. Corny Cargo, Dak Cop, Rodolfo Lopez, Kataro Laracy, Seclusive Chaos. Whoa, this is a longer name. Give me a second. Hunter, Monster Hunter Spy, Bitter Nathan, Loremaster Floofer, The Rogue Dragon, Riptide, Steel, Anthony Laterio, Tobias Wildfang, Lori Buds, Red Comet 33, It's Gwen Vess, Daniel Charette, Sly Cinnamon Jack, Happy Wolf, Master Gam 12, Pixel Fox, Space Owl, Prof Wheatmeat Kundi, Reese Pate, Michael Finnerty, Leah, Kyle Squishy, Hat Thief, Multi Supermarian, David Lewis, Omar Tejada, Owen Gafa, hang on, it's long name. Touch of the Tism loves Swampy Bogbeard, he's dope.
Okay, all right, yeah.
C Blinken 15, Binder, Binate, Beerbot sounds like an Eminem verse, Staria, Duchess of Slods, Oathkeeper 65, Bomb Arasaka, fuck yeah, Crimson Bryant, Chimer Drybones, JCA 56A, Shady Octopi, Lady RB of the Drive-Thru, Lord Martar. Or I should say, these are our fucking Giga Chad 6-month members here.
Ooh.
So Shady Octopi, Lady RB of the Drive-Thru, Lord Martarius, Pandemonium 325, Riley's Rangers, Thaniel B, Ella Cummings, The Golly, Dodo, Timeless, Intelligent, Skedaddle 16, Vale Ridge, Maverick, The First Noel, X-Daedric Assassin X, Will, Parallel Alley, Expo 77, your throbbing member, Keela Salai, Danny A, The Red Duncan 64, Raven, The Aurora, Brittany Anderson. Next page. Sad Snorlax 007, Bingus Wingus, Ethan, Gamer Not Found, Greyhound Rush, Chris C, Barden, A Wild Jam, Pavi, Sala, Panda Knight, Vox Ratio, Calanthoralis, Corvid Elder Akuma, Storm Saw, Brand the Brain, Life Pinky the, Ethan Bishop, Batty Bell, I Oblivion, Demigrade, Joel Multari, Ginjafet, Darth Stiggs, Treeman, Severez, Duncan D's Nuts, Blaze, The Arcane Anomaly, Magorna, Axel, Mad Harrier, Agent Immortal, Henry Scorp, Sullivan, Danny Dorito, Nerdy Zookeeper, Revan the Fire Mage, Ghostly Unicorn, John Bubek. Thank you guys so much.
Woo!
Also, big shout out to our patrons who
patrons.
continue to support us over on Patreon. You guys are super awesome. So big shout out to I'm Ogre Encumbered. What is his name? TJ Bojangles. Thank you so much to the two of you. I'm Ogre Encumbered and TJ Bojangles. Xavier Walker, Sir Galaric. Shortstop drops a crop of prop mops off the hop and slop shop on top of LST. Soup,
Wow.
Maldor the Von Squad God, Elden Jim, Skibadeel is the Gyat. Skibadeel is the Gyat was rizzed from the start. Azarian 105, I Oblivion, Illiterate Moogle, Captain Dadbod clinches his rusty donghole and arfs on Alex Fan of Spiders. Barbara Kurwa. What is this? What is this language? I don't know how to speak it. Hang on. Barbara Kurwa, Japirdole, Jackie Bidell, Bobear. I have no idea what I just said. Trivial Slope, Joe Scamo, It's Gwen, Transchuba, feeling robbed from lack of mid-Strixhaven Cyberpunk session. Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
Brittany Anderson, Jacob, what's taking so long in the dungeon? They're pissing around every corner, in every room, even in the chests. Just piss.
Wow.
Perceive, investigate, search, and see,
Yeah.
folks.
I
Go
love
watch
it.
Dungeon
I
Build
love
if you
it.
haven't already.
Oh my god. Joshua Cordell, Lego Builder 899, Gathering Gaggles of Glorious
Drink
Geese.
a lot of water.
And
What?
drink a lot of water.
Oh my god, really? Gathering
forget to
gaggles
piss
of
while you
glorious
piss.
geese and goslings, growing ghastly with a golden glow. Less factor baiting allegations, more me undies content. I'm wearing me undies right now.
There's your
Tax
concept.
Collector, Dana the
Open
Lake
up
Blooming
MeUndies.
Fruit Loop, ML Wolf, Brittle Dragon, Sick Joy, Shista, Sai the Owl, Treeman wandering around the Baldur's Gate sewers, Redbeard, Deathwolf, Small Town Eye Care, The Pinky Life, Pinky the Pure Osmium, Bob said I made his name long to make the ass ready for no reason than his own amusement. Reptilian Daedra, who needs sleep when instead I could watch a 4-hour D&D stream? Big Hoss, Escape the Goat, Thorn and Schmidt, no time for witty Eberron name. Instead, Dormon was sponsor of the week for Patreon name Bojangles, best chicken in the South. Hell yeah. Argus Fallen,
Kalan
Alice
is
Lilybomb.
sponsored now?
Yeah, I guess so. Shirak and Sean finally finished Baldur's Gate with the help of a chaotic hellhound that always rushes into battle. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Barden, but currently enjoying an unholy amount of brain rot with new OC heading for Tomb of Annihilation. That's
Hell
really
yeah.
funny.
Love
That's
that
awesome.
for you.
K. Zachary Niece. Zach asks if you've ever suffered from character pairing brain rot so hard it's literally all you think about for actual weeks. Yes.
Nah, never.
Literally, don't even talk to me about it. I have multiple Pinterest boards. Fancy Arthas, Red Storm,
Show us.
Mimi H. Will Pratt, possibly related to Chris Pratt, Puma the Hood, Mom Love, Papa Joy, and Josh Travis! We will see you guys. The Vsauce camera isn't working. All right, the cameras are fucked up. All right, we'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Welcome back.
You guys missed Colton just softly cussing away at his
Dude,
microphone.
Colton said crazy stuff. It's a good
He
thing
said-
we weren't live.
Every slur.
He said 2
in the
bad
book.
words.
Whoa, not the slurs.
Whoa.
Whoa.
None of them.
No.
None
no
of them
slurs.
were slurs.
There were no slurs. That's like that.
All the
that
slurs.
vine
Oh,
of
no,
that
that's
girl
not funny
who's
to
like,
say.
I don't know what slay means. And she looks it up. She's like, "What to heck?
What
I
do
do
heck?
not slay.
What
I
do
do not
heck?
kill people." Fucking hell.
Just brought back like
Right? That's a
core memory
that's
there.
a core memory.
Jesus Christ.
All right. What sort of
Why did
music
it
should
say
I be playing?
TMI Jacob in the chat? What did you say?
About
the hell
Colton
did you
swearing
say?
and stuff, probably.
No, that was there
I don't
before.
remember.
Oh.
That was there before we came back.
Oh no.
Damn it, Albert.
You guys are just
What did Albert
making
say?
shit up.
Check your privilege, Colton.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. All right. Does anybody have anyone they'd like to chat with? Jesus Christ. Anybody have anyone they'd like to chat with, or
Well-
anything they'd like to do before we dive into War for Calistan for the week?
Oh, okay. Because it's gonna be like, I gotta know about the Keeper's Fang thing now, but no, we're all good.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
When
gonna
you
be-
sleep.
When you
Christ, you
sleep.
piece of.
How many did-
This is what I've done.
Or just
This
after
is-
the nightmare when you wake up and you feel safe again.
Hey, hey Spencer, slash Stick. I need you to knock the fuck off.
All right, I'll stop.
You sleep more or less okay.
Can I do something, but I don't want to role play it?
Okay.
Sorry,
We can do
sounded
that
weird.
too if
That
you guys
is,
want to
yeah,
do something
really
but not
weird.
RP it.
I just want to. I guess I want Azeroth to do something, but like I'm not. There's nothing gonna come out of it. I just want to know something.
Sure.
I think Azeroth, and not in a creepy way, guys.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Well, that's
but in
good.
like
If he
a.
has to preface this is
I
cool.
know.
Where's this going?
I'm gonna skip it, y'all.
No,
Um,
do it.
no,
Tell
I'm
us.
So I think over the course of like the next couple of days after everything that has happened, because we're all sort of in the same communal living space, he's not following anybody around or anything like that. I think I just want to pay attention to Severin's family and their are they like at odds? Are they stressed out? Are they settling back together? Are they
So-
happy to be back together? He just wants to get kind of like what their current
I'm
like
gonna roll
demeanor
an
is.
Read the
insight
room.
checker. I'll
Sense
roll
motive?
insight
Cool.
for you. Or sense motive. Yeah, thank you. Plus 11, right?
Mhm.
Okay. I would say, from your perspective, from the extremely unique perspective of Azeraphis Gadab, it seems like so many others in the Storm Tower, there's this sense of trying to fall back into a familiar routine despite everything that has happened. Lily goes back to her learning. Fi does his best to help with that. I think Keeley has probably pieced together some rudimentary prostheses for him to use to get around and be able to manipulate things to a certain extent. Zin goes to work, comes back in the evening. Severin is around when he is. Lily. It's well, it's not just Lily. I think everyone there's this weight to the things that they do now that wasn't present before this all happened. Everything not necessarily seems more labored, but it's almost like there's this shadow of I'd say fear for Lily that something like this might happen again. For Fi, I think there is a lot of frustration and resentment even. He hasn't interacted with Severin the same since everything went down. Nyx, I think, has sort of... Nyx and Zin both, I think, have sort of checked out to a certain extent and just sort of lost themselves in their work. And at the center of all of this is Severin, who is the one out of the family who is most used to cataclysmic things like this happening. And he is weathering the storm as best he can. You're not sure what his take on everything is, if he's seeing the same things that you are. But
I was say,
if
I
you
just
have any
need to
input.
add, I think Severin would actually make himself scarce
Okay.
for the most part. And it'd probably be more of like in the night checking up on them and just really doing it from a distance. Because it is a lot of that where because he knows he's at the heart of it and he doesn't want to cause any more issue. So he's very much just kind of almost disappeared from them.
Sure. I guess you would notice that too, that it's like, man, I haven't seen Severin talk to these guys in a while.
Okay. That's it.
Cool. Anything
Okay.
else, guys?
Guys, we gotta take sewage plant 13.
Is that the goal now?
Yeah.
All right.
From the Red Jackal?
Let's cut
What about
to
the general statue?
Oh my god, that's a good one too.
let's cut to
Healers.
the day that we begin this new session of War for
War for
Kalistan. I think
Kalistan.
what's happened at this point, people have nursed their wounds. The Storm Tower gang is pretty much back on its feet. The beleaguered forces are ready to either continue to fight Dask or continue to spread their influence throughout Kalistan.
How many days was that?
I'd say 2 to 3 days.
Okay.
I said a week for the basilisk. Well, fucking ignore me. That was silly. It was just a couple of days.
So 3 days?
Yeah,
Be
3 days.
at
So today is now
4.
the 5th of Ire, 998 YK.
To clear all the drain or no?
Well, I don't know. What was your drain condition? Oh, well then, yeah. If you rested. Did you rest, Severin? You rested, right? Like, stayed in your bed or stayed in the Storm Tower, just kicked your feet up,
Let me
played some
ponder
Super Mario?
that. Let me ponder that. Okay.
Under the orc.
Anywho, what do you? I think what's happened now is you guys are getting ready to make a move yet again. Brya and Aram and your other commanders have assembled your forces in the main courtyard of the Storm Tower. And I think Roy, who is in much better shape and spirits now that a few days have passed,
Cool.
I think he looks at all of you as you've all gathered up. And he's like, all right, I know there's a fuck ton of loose ends to all this bullshit, and I know that we're not done with Dask yet. But for now, we still gotta go, like at the end of the day, we still gotta make money. So we gotta get out there
For the strippers.
and
We got people to feed. We got
mouths to feed. We got people.
we don't want this to happen again. We gotta set up better defenses as well.
Exactly.
Make sure that we're not left vulnerable again.
And we also need to rally these tired ass people so that they're willing to fight for us.
Yeah.
For the strippers.
He's like,
For the strippers.
he says, I'm gonna say a couple words. If any of you want to chime in, and don't fucking say anything stupid. Let's keep it motivational, upbeat.
Well, that's gonna be hard.
Rena,
For which one of us?
you are a weaver of tales. Just come up with something that inspires.
More than one.
He says, if you want to say something to try and rally these poor fuckers, be my guest. But I'm gonna say something first, all right? And then I'll let the rest of you have the final word.
All right.
You all make your way out onto, I imagine there's like this little balcony that overlooks the entire like courtyard plaza here. And Roy looks out, and I think Brya calls out, "Attention!" and all the military vets, fall in line. The rest of the goons are like, "What? Oh
What the
shit! It's the
fuck?"
six." So yeah. They formed the formations that Brya and Aram and everyone taught them. You see, looking out over this crowd, you see several familiar faces, all your NPC friends. You see Keely, Brya, Arala, Bregan and her bastards and her Broken Bridge brawlers. You see Reese and the painters. You see every single of the 30 plus goons that the freaking audience is created. You guys are so sick, and I love you all.
Insane.
Aid has a spreadsheet. There are like 30 plus goons that the audience has made. If you want to make a goon for yourself, go join our Discord.
I think that I saw mentioned in the chat earlier a therapist goon.
Yeah. We need a therapist goon, please.
Several.
No, we do not.
No, the 6 aren't going to use the therapist goon. They're
they're
not
for the
going to
others,
talk
they're
to
for the
them.
others.
That's for the
They're
goons.
dynamite.
You know what? We have health
Yeah.
benefits.
Mhm.
We don't have dental though, but we have
You
food.
see, you see Sonata, you see Locke, and the Warforged that have joined your cause. Many of them are wounded. They have bandages and scars from the battles they fought in the name of the Storm Tower Gang. And I mean, it's not like I'm not talking about your like fucking Chancellor Palpatine looking out over the massive clone army at the end of Attack of the Clones, but like these are a lot of people that have assembled themselves. And not only that, you look out beyond into the buildings around the Storm Tower and the streets. People of Calistan have come out too. Paupers, poor folk, people wearing rags, you know, the homeless. So many of them turn their eyes to you in this moment. And as you feel the weight of all these stares looking up at you expectantly, Roy opens his mouth to speak. He says, "All right, listen up. We nearly had our goose cooked back there. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or anything. Dask caught us off guard. And they nearly had their way with all of our territory. But, thanks to the bravery of all of you, that did not happen. We stand here today, cut down to size, but we are not out of this fucking fight yet. We've driven Dask back, taken some of their territory. But you better believe we're not stopping here. The war continues, and we're gonna make sure that Dask and nobody else in Calistan fucks with the Storm Tower Gang. You hear me?" And all the goons yell, "Yeah!" Like they're cheering. The Warforged just sort of like raise their fists and don't cheer, but they raise their weapons. And he says, "You know, when Dask got me, I thought that was really going to be it. But, thankfully, I had my own fallen angels to watch over me. All right, 6. If you got words now, go ahead and share them." He steps off the box he was standing on. And
He had
I think-
the box.
You gotta have like 2 boxes.
I think Beerbot would step up, but obviously not use the box.
Step on the
you
box.
step on the box.
Oh.
No,
where's
he
my
wouldn't use
box? The steppy box.
And are they still all kind of cheering and everything?
I think they've sort of calmed down and they're
A
all
little bit.
looking up at you.
All right, he would kind of look through, and he would say, "What Roy said is true. We were surprised, but through hardiness and something that they don't have, well, not the same way. Everyone working together. The Warforged, my people, the flesh-born, everyone else, whether they come from the highest heights of this land or down here in the gutter, everyone in the Storm Tower can make a difference, no matter to what we're doing."
Mm-hmm.
And he's pinpointing those people that aren't part of the gang that have come to listen.
Yeah. And I think, you look out over this amalgamation of goons that you have assembled. There are, humans, elves, dwarves, halflings, goblins, even some shifters and gnolls and orcs and so many others. But not only that, you also see Sirens, Braelish, Carnathi, Thrain, people from all different nations of this continent that are supposed to be divided, standing side by side in the gutter.
Yeah.
And I think while you say those words, I think the force that you've assembled takes the time to look amongst each other and see the differences that are there, but also see that united we were able to accomplish this.
I think you would finish that with, and you all are a mirror, a reflection of the 6 of us that stand up here that lead. All of us come from different backgrounds. So it, stands. He stumbles a little bit. This isn't his specialty.
Azeraphis walks forward and he says, "They could have destroyed us. We could have been. This all could have ended here, but it didn't, and that's because of all of us. Because we're not cut like the rest of them. We stand differently than the people of Kalistan. To everywhere. We're not all cut from one cloth. We're all different. Though we all feel that same sense of similarity between one another. This is our home. We've built this. They can't stop us. They can't stop our approach. The storm is going to come. There's nothing you can do to stop it."
Ah! They all let out a scream.
He finishes with, "We all stand alone. Together."
Cool.
It's like,
I like it.
Yeah, no.
I like
people are like,
It's taken a second.
Yeah.
Turned
He walks
it.
back to you guys, he's like,
Fuck yeah.
"You gotta think about that one for a while.
Roy's like,
That one's kind of deep.
yeah, Roy's
That's
like,
kinda deep.
yeah, good one, Azeraphis.
So it's just, just a little high concept."
Anybody else?
don't
Rena? Bring us home.
for the strippers.
I had
Yeah.
that thought earlier.
Everyone is like, now that's something I can get behind.
Literally.
Or in front of. Whichever way you want it.
I think she normally she would, but she doesn't this time.
Okay. She holds back. Interesting. All right. With some rousing words from Roy, Beerbot, and Azeraphis, it's time for the Storm Tower to get to work.
I think Azeraphis will finish it off with like, "Kalistan is ours!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they all yell, "For Kalistan!"
Yeah!
Yeah!
That's a better end note than,
We stand alone together.
yeah.
It's been a little bit since we've done this.
Yeah.
Is it my book that still has all the notes on what we have and everything?
It's
Like,
a.
Yep.
where our numbers
Yes.
were? Okay.
Oops.
Hey, Tyler. I think my little...
What's she looking for?
I think it's that. I think maybe the book right there.
The book. The lid.
Maybe I still got the notes.
There's also.
I do have the notes.
Perfect.
Was I here the last time we did?
Yes.
Pretty sure. Yeah. We haven't done this
We haven't
for
done it in
a
a
while.
while.
Because we had like 4 freaking episodes where y'all were fighting task.
Hey,
Yeah,
that.
seriously.
We did the math. It took like. That was all like 5 days. If that.
What would you say our morale is right
That's a
now?
lot.
I assume that's probably shifted, right? It looks like I had written in 15, but that sounds...
300.
I was gonna say that, like, yeah, I don't know.
It's like 20 bazillion.
Yeah, super.
420 or something.
I don't know.
69.
You had written in that it was 15? Like it says 15 in your notes right now?
That's what it says.
So,
Though, also, I think the last time that we did this, I wasn't here because this is not
No.
my handwriting.
I see session 21. I see 15.
I think you may have... I think, Grace, you may have done it, because that is definitely not my... No, that's not how I write
Why?
numbers.
Okay. Why
I
would
think I had to go into your notebook and do
Yeah.
it.
Was it you? Okay.
Yeah, because
I remember that.
If
Yeah,
I had
yeah,
my
yeah.
own notebook, why would I write in your notebook?
No, that's
I
fair.
mean, that
no,
hasn't,
no,
like-
that's also absolutely fair. I just knew that it was not.
Yeah.
I just know that's not my
I just
handwriting.
wouldn't want to touch your stuff at the
I don't.
end and be
I mean,
like,
I don't mind. The communal
me.
notebook.
All right.
do not tell
well,
that
I
to
mean,
me.
if you guys are sitting pretty at 15,
Should be like,
I don't know. I think after all of this, I feel like morale, because 15 is pretty high, and spirits are kind of high, but I don't think they're that high.
wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna reduce your morale by like a D4.
Wow.
Okay. I mean, yeah, we got kind of destroyed.
Yeah, like you guys got pushed back, but you guys fought back super freaking hard.
Hell yeah.
So like I would have reduced it by more if outcomes were different.
No,
But
most
It's
definitely.
'cause of
It
the
makes
speech.
a lot of sense.
okay, morale's reduced by 2.
Dude, this whole week, everybody's thinking about Alone Together. They're
Yeah.
thinking about
Yeah.
that. They're
Stop.
trying to
You're like
unpack it.
I cooked so hard with
It's
that.
actually, yeah, they're like, is it a riddle?
All right.
Yeah, they're trying to figure it out.
For those of you who have
Like, is it
forgotten
part of
or
the
need a little need or have
Part of the
never
dragon prophecy?
Holy shit.
or have never seen this before, this is a sort of strategy / resource management game that Jacob and I
Sounds
put
Catan.
together
Sounds
to
Catan.
reflect the gang's ascension into power within Calistan. As you can see on the board camera, or as you can see on the board here, we've got a bunch of different territories. Storm Tower territory is up there in the blue. Orange is Dask, yellow is Boromar, purple is going to be House Tarkanan, the pink color, etc. gangs. The light blue is the 12th Vanguard, the Warforged gang.
Just don't hold on Tarkana.
And
Don't do that too hard.
yeah. So the way that we start this off, of course, I think tension is still very high at this point.
Makes
But because the war has been going on, I'm giving Dask and the Storm Tower gang a condition that I have devised for this called War Weary.
War weary.
War Weary. Because you guys are tired out from all this fighting. Dask and the Storm Tower gang have disadvantage on their attack rolls this round.
Okay. So Dask and us?
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
So let's roll for general events. Right
What's going on
now,
this
tensions
week?
are still very high, which means that I have to roll a d20 because two or more gangs, tensions are above 3. What tensions are we sitting at right now? I think Boromar Clan's at 3. Dask is at 4.
Hang on.
I think you have that right.
I know. I just
Or,
have to get.
or I was talking to Jack. Sorry.
Oh,
I don't have it
I was like,
written
'cause
down,
I
so-
do.
I have a
I just have
couple
to
in
get
here.
to it.
Boromar at 3, Dask at 5.
Yeah, Dask's at the highest tension possible.
12th Vanguard, Tarkanan, and others at 3.
Okay.
what
Okay,
I
yeah.
have.
Man, Tarkanan's 3? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Everyone is at 3. Everyone, basically every
Oh yeah,
single
because
person
because
is at
that
3.
event happened where everyone's
raised
tension
everyone's
increased
tension.
by 1.
So
That's
like,
right.
I have a different number, and it's
Oh, boy.
actually worse.
Oh great.
That may be
yeah.
more-
Because I don't think I was at the last time that this happened. So
Yeah, because I have session 21.
I'm
I
just
have
gonna go into the actual thing and
Dask
write
at
down.
5, and then I have a +1. So I mean theoretically 6. Boromar at 4 +1. Tarkanan 4, and 12th Vanguard at 2.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Calistan's gonna fucking explode. You said how much for 12th Vanguard?
2.
That makes sense.
Seems about right.
Mm-hmm.
what did you say Tarkanan was at?
4.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And others?
Yeah. Just peachy. Dask at 5. Boromar at 4 +1.
Do we want to work on reducing tension?
You want to know what it sounds like? Those pluses sound like they were adding on to what I had.
Perhaps. I unfortunately can't recall.
It's all right.
And I continue.
I think we have to.
I mean, we can try, but yeah.
I think we have to try to reduce the tension
Wow.
before we are just in full-on open war in Calistan.
For sure.
I rolled an interesting event.
We're gonna fucking die.
Oh yeah.
It's the,
What
the
happened?
kaiju.
Earthquake?
No. This week's just really good for the economy.
You know what?
The stock market is doing great right now.
Because we all stopped fighting.
This is economic progression. This is a large-scale event. During the event phase, increase enterprise and
merchants.
morale by 1. Vendor benefits are doubled. Any attack roll action rolls are made at advantage.
Oh, no.
And all upgrades cost 25% less. So
All
now
right.
you guys roll with just net 0 advantage.
And you say
or
we
net
get-
0.
Love that.
And
To
then you say
roll.
we get an extra morale.
Get an extra morale and enterprise. That happens during the event phase. So now, right?
Cool.
So I guess you guys get some morale back from that
Stocks.
speech.
So 14.
This is the event phase.
Yes.
We
Oh, yeah,
also
get some- and vendor benefits are doubled, by the way.
we get event phase triggers. We get +1 enterprise, +1 defense.
Is that from a vendor?
That is from our upgrades.
From upgrades, okay.
Let
I
me,
have the event phase triggers
Don't
written
we get
down.
stuff
That's
from-
triggers right now.
gotcha. I love how everyone
Our-
keeps track of something different. It's very
Our
handy.
place.
I'm
Especially-
gonna roll percentage to
That's
see
a
if
fine.
a roving vendor appears.
It's most definitely because it's like
roving vendor
I
appears.
like
I rolled
how
a
you
frickin'
said
4.
that.
Where?
In your territory.
I know. Who is it?
Oh, let's find out. I don't know. Roll a D. How many of them are there?
It's
There's
definitely
This is the first dice I've rolled this game.
3, 4,
So the reason why
6,
we keep
7.
track of
There's 7 of them.
certain
You want to roll a
stats
D8 for me and re-roll on an 8?
is because in the
3.
rules,
3?
all of our characters have different roles that they do
Mm-hmm.
that center around certain stats. So
Yep.
for me,
Wow.
I go, "What's enterprise?"
This is crazy. This is
How do I use that?
a crazy fitting
Money?
considering everything that's
Yeah.
gone down. It's
I'm
very
just
crazy.
handed.
I use
So,
that when
as you guys are preparing, there's a small band of healers that roam into your territory. They're called, known as the Healing Hands.
Oh.
They are servants of various of the sovereign host who go throughout, the poor areas of Sharn and administer aid to the wounded and the sick. And they are in your territory this week.
Oh, good.
So during the acquisition
we really
phase,
don't want the healing feat.
during
Completely
the
different.
acquisition phase,
Completely different.
increase defense by 1. Additionally,
Oh,
Stick can
fine.
perform the heal the wounded and send the dead action along
Ooh,
with
yippee.
another action this turn.
Ooh,
Ooh.
yippee!
So keep that in mind.
Hell yeah.
I will.
But with that, it's time for the action phase. Now that the event phase is done.
Gotta do whatever feat.
Actually, I have to roll for everybody else first to see what they're doing. So Dask, I need
There's
to
so many
roll
things I can
3d10.
It's therapy.
3d10 for Dask. All right. Well, they can't prepare to go to war again if we're already at war, so they're not going to do anything.
Didn't they fail war?
Sort of, yeah.
Kind of hard.
I think we talked about if you die at war, then your attention
You
goes
die
back
in
to
real
1
life.
Oh, you're right.
because they have to recoup.
Right. You know what? That makes sense.
So is Dask's tension 1?
Dask's tension is
Because we
now
talked
1.
about how it would just be like, cool, I got defeated. Roll war again.
Yeah. Because it'd be like a doom spiral.
Yes.
Okay, well then they're at 1. Let me just roll a single d10. I rolled a 7. Small raid on the
Interesting.
nearest gang. They're gonna raid you guys.
Damn it.
Not this shit again.
Are they still war weary?
Hey, look.
No, because
Raids.
everybody has advantage.
I say raids.
Raids aren't rolls.
Okay.
Raid is just they
Look,
take some of
all
our
I'm
shit.
saying is there's a bunch of little gangs, and because there's
Yeah, but they don't actually lose anything if they.
Okay, but hear me out. We hit them pretty hard.
True.
Smaller gangs are less resilient.
Easier pickings.
Easier pickings.
You know what? I'll tell you what. Let me look at all of the gangs that are bordering on their territory. We've got the 12th Vanguard, which has also taken some stuff from Dask in the meantime, because Sonata, egged them on. We've got
Thank you, Sonata.
Storm Tower Gang, of course. We've got the Free Thinkers down there. We've got what's down there? The Wretched,
Revelers.
the Revelers. Okay.
And that's
So
it.
there's 4. I'll roll a d4. We'll see
Alright.
who gets raided. It's the 12th Vanguard,
Oops.
which I think is
Whoa.
fitting.
All right,
I think
so-
what's been happening is the 12th Vanguard is pushing into their territory, and so now Dask is trying to focus on. They're like, shit, we've lost so much. Now we need to get this back.
How big is the raid?
It is a small raid.
So, when the raid happens, which is on the attack turn, the 12th Vanguard's
Their
tension will
attention is increased
will
by
increase
1. Gotcha. Okay, so 12th Vanguard's tension is going to go up. Let's roll for. So that's Dask. Boromar's still sitting pretty at 4, which means that I roll 3d6. I rolled a 10.
10.
Tan.
Boromar is undercutting one of your vendors.
Stop
Gain
it!
the benefits on the next
Vendors.
acquisition phase from one vendor of the GM's choice. Additionally, Boromar gains the benefit of the vendor.
Okay, fuck.
I think they're undercutting Short Cloak Donuts.
Okay.
How could they?
Not our donut.
It's okay, we got mean.
So on the next acquisition phase, you guys don't get any benefit from Short Cloak Donuts.
worries.
Let's see. Tarkanin
How
is at
dare you,
4.
Boromar. War immediately. Boromar.
I think I would
Just
just.
a donut.
I think I would just leave. I'd be like,
Boromar!
They're like, all right, things are finally better in Calistan. Sure hope nothing else bad happens.
It's their fault. It's their fault. They took the donuts.
Okay, I rolled a 13.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happens.
Oh, thank God.
All is quiet on the aberrant front.
Typical Tarkanan, sitting over there, being like, I'm tension 3, and they just do nothing.
4, actually.
I'm tension 4.
I'm just there to make Severn
Congratulations.
Yeah, yeah. Thor's just sitting over there, just like,
I'm very tense right now.
Aren't we all?
Okay.
happy I'm not acting up on
Nothing
this.
happens. 12th Vanguard. Their tension doesn't raise until the end of the thing.
Yes.
So they're at 2,
Yes.
which means that they roll a d10.
Because the raid occurs on that attack phase.
Yeah.
If you wanna, if you're like, what the heck? Can I read this? It's in the Discord. There's a link to the Discord down below.
So if an attack occurs during the event phase and the 12th Vanguard is within 3 controlled hexes, the defender's AC is increased by 2. If this occurs 3 times, the 12th Vanguard's tension increases by 1. I think this is probably the 3rd time this has happened, because I feel like this has happened a lot.
Yeah, they get poked a lot.
Which is
So
great.
if
It's
there's
not-
an attack, they're going to defend whoever's being attacked.
Okay.
And then the small gangs... nothing happens. Okay, so
They're like,
Boromir clans are cutting you guys. Dask is raiding the 12th Vanguard. Tarkanan's doing nothing. The 12th Vanguard is defending. What do you guys want to do?
All right,
I have
gang.
a
Jacob,
question.
Can you also control Roy?
I can.
Sweet, thank you so
I
much.
have a question for you, Jack.
Yeah.
Have we completed the Dask Alchemist gig?
Yes.
Cool.
Well, yes, you have. You've sort of failed it successfully, or you succeeded it
failed
because
successfully.
you can't make dragon's blood if Casker is unable to tell you how to make it.
Right.
That's what that is.
But you said
I could, but I don't know if I want to do that yet.
Okay.
Because I haven't really told the party how I can do that.
I was gonna say. We
So
just don't know
I
how.
think I'm just gonna sell some Dream Lily, and then I'll talk to the gang.
All right.
Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna sell some drugs.
I could gig hunt. If you guys want to get some gig,
Some gig.
Well,
I don't know. I could also not do that, and
I think it's because we do
What
have.
of our, what
to
of
deal
our
with,
economy pluses
Dask.
right now?
It is
You
full.
get double the benefit of vendors,
Mm-hmm.
and you immediately
We
get
can raid Dask.
enterprise and morale
Why
up
would
by
we
1
raid
during the
Dask?
event phase. So it's already pretty much happened.
Okay.
Just once the
Yeah.
acquisition
Let's see
phase
what that
comes
even
around,
does.
double your vendor benefits.
may just be
My brother in
stupid.
Christ, you're the one who created the rule.
Bro, there's stuff in here, and it, like when you
make a
read that
raid
thing, and you're
action.
like, it makes Stick's ability. I was like, that's so cool,
Why stick ability? Yeah, I know. the same
man.
way.
That was awesome of us in the past.
Wait, what?
It's just there's a lot of this that I don't have it all memorized.
Right.
So,
So,
like,
when you reread
you
it,
know,
you're like, this is cool.
I'm like, whoa, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
we-
that was
we
so
cook-
cool of
we kinda
us a
cooked
few
with
months
this.
ago.
We cooked with this.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Many nights
I
we
was
spent.
I was just joking.
on
No,
this.
no, I know.
I mean, I do have like a thing, like a gig, quote unquote, planned.
Then I
You
will do
might
that.
not have to hunt for it. I
That's
think it'll
totally
hunt for
fine.
you.
That's not even a gig anymore. That's just a quest.
Yeah.
I'm just saying a raid would hang on. We get enterprise if we raid, but their tension gets raised by that much.
Oh no.
Oh.
We could if any members of the Storm Tower 6 raid a rival gang, they can increase enterprise by any number of D4s to a maximum of 5. Then the rival gang's tension is increased by half the amount rounded down. So if we want easy money,
Just raid Dask and get their tension back up.
I feel like we're.
Vagabond.
I feel like we're a little bit in the opposite, though. I feel like we probably don't want to just incite another war,
no,
right?
for sure.
Okay. Or hear me out. At a cost of 1 defense, Severn has censor, which is part of it is alternatively the next raid action made by the Storm Tower 6 increases tension by half.
Oh, half
So it'd be
half.
by a quarter.
So we could do.
So what happens? Because it's rounded down. You said.
we could do 5. We could do 4 and only increase intention by 1. That'd
well,
be maximum
let me
payout.
read the raid again for me, just so I.
It's
like-
we choose the number of D4s.
Uh-huh.
And then half the amount of D4s we use that add to enterprise.
Rounded down.
Rounded. So we can.
If any members of the Storm Tower 6 raid a rival gang, they can increase enterprise by any number of D4s up to a maximum of 5. Then the rival gang's tension is increased by half the total amount rolled.
Oh, rolled.
And then I can
Rolled. It
Ooh.
could potentially be a lot.
It could potentially be tension.
It could
increased by
potentially go
20.
right to 5.
Yikes.
Let's
Well,
not
we
do
could get
that.
so much money.
You could.
No, I think
And
I'm
then
okay.
I can reduce that by half.
Yeah, but if we roll max d4s and roll...
We do 3d4. The average is 2, 4, 6. It would go to 1. We don't have to do that.
No, it's okay.
I mean, I'm cool with it. Dask's
maybe
tension
this is a good time to
low.
renovate.
Let's
That's what I'm
let's
thinking.
not
Renovate.
I'm gonna
What's our
renovate.
money?
let's not do anything that's gonna raise tension.
Right now, because of the economic progression, all upgrades cost 25% less.
That's
We should
true.
get upgrades.
I
Strippers.
can renovate.
Well,
Stick to
I'm
the
looking
back
at
one.
common room, which is on the path to strippers.
Okay, how much is that?
On the path to
Eh,
strippers.
My memoir
The next one is 220 gold pieces
220 gold pieces?
for level
Yes,
2.
For level 2.
How much money do we
Fucking
have?
Candyland, but
It's written down somewhere.
I think I
Do you
have that
do you
written
our
down.
gold written
Gain gold 215, but we also have our personals. Like I have
Yeah.
500.
Yeah,
we can afford it.
but
I also have, ironically,
that take?
567
I can make it a
gold.
week.
Jesus,
This week.
Piermont!
Well, it depends on morale too, right?
So, like, I can also
No.
spend gold
Yes.
towards.
I
Morale
have
determines how fast things
So
go.
in the previous session 20, I have 270.
Morale right now. Morale is at a point where it doesn't affect things because 15 reduced to 3 got bumped up by 1, so it's at 14. If it's at 14 or below, I don't think it does it. I think once you get to 20 or between 14 or 15 and 20, that's when it increases
worries.
the
Let me
thing.
check. Let me see.
Yeah, if morale is 14 or below, commissioned upgrades take their normal time to build, and morale's 14 right now.
Got it.
So,
Okay.
I have that we earned 270 Galfar for when Colton was here, and then the next game, I also have an additional 215 that we earned.
Okay.
So that's
So we have-
Can we
215
commission
plus
multiple
270.
renovations? Yeah. We can
So
do
we
that.
have another 215
I think
on top.
other
of-
individuals have the upgrade ability. I think
I
it's
have
Roy
Renovate.
and Rena
I
that have.
actually
Oh, you
I
have
have one
Renovate?
too.
I believe I have.
I have it.
I-
I think
I'll-
everybody has it.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
I also
I
have
think
renovate.
anyone can renovate.
Rena
Damn,
has-
just everybody upgrades. You just spend this time to upgrade the
We
shit out of Storm Tower
could. We could just
territory.
commission a bunch of shit.
I mean,
Um,
nobody's attacking you
we
guys.
just
You
need the
could.
money for it.
I'm gonna
I
make
mean,
us
I can
money.
pay for
That's
I
true.
can pay for my own. I can use my own money.
What are you gonna get?
Still working on that.
Oh,
I saw what you want to upgrade the living quarters, right?
If we're going for strippers,
Common.
yeah. No, not living quarters, common rooms.
it just tickles me.
Oh,
every
I
single time.
see,
We're
common
like, we're
room.
headed straight
Yeah.
for the strippers. That is
Yeah,
that
we're
is
heading
the,
straight for the
It's
strippers.
important.
we are speed running to strippers.
Yeah.
Oh, and it
Yeah.
does increase the morale threshold, which
It
is
does.
nice.
It does.
The goons want the strippers.
The goons want the
Yeah,
strippers.
sure, the goons.
Yes.
I'm gonna commission the Goon Cave.
No,
Oh,
no.
Question:
Banned.
Is this
Blocked.
for DM and Jacob, who wrote the rules for the lift? Are the upgrades for the lift flavor text, or because it provides access to the cogs during the event phase, increase intel by 1? So-
it's sort of flavor because right now the thing doesn't work, and if you want to get access to the cogs, you have to take other routes.
Okay.
If you wanted to just have and like, you know, unless you guys use like a specific like path or connection that you've learned about, like it's probably gonna be like a chance that you could run into trouble if you try to go down there.
I see.
So
So it would also, in for RP purposes, it would also give us direct access to the cogs.
correct,
That's not a
and
bad.
also increases your intel to have the lift up.
That's not bad.
The-
And
it's like,
and
why do we
it's
have that
and
last
the cost of the upgrade is decreased by 25%.
They cost 25% less.
Okay, so it'd be
If you want, I can do diffuse. It'll reduce tension. Just costs.
Are you gonna go
potentially a
talk to the
lot.
Tarkanans?
Go for it.
I could. It's going to cost 1d4 intel, 1d4 morale,
62 gold.
or 1d4 enterprise. I have to pick which one, roll it, and then I have to keep it.
we have plenty of enterprise right now. I think
Yeah, but having money for upgrades is good.
we have 9 enterprise right now.
What's our intel?
One.
1.
All right.
It's okay. I was gonna use one defense to increase intel by 2.
Okay, then how about what are you going to do?
I'm thinking about upgrading this lift so we just have direct
Great.
access to the cogs.
You two do upgrades. I'll go talk to Tarkanan. Don't worry. I'll go talk to Tarkanan.
I don't see how anything could possibly go wrong.
Look,
You know what? Go for it.
you know what? To be entirely fair to my character, I think he's good at this.
Oh, 100%.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And honestly, Stefan's like,
I like to think that when the 6 isn't there, he's actually kind of serious. Like,
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of his stuff is very performative.
Yeah,
So
it
like
is.
once it's just him and someone else in the room, it's like, Thora, listen.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
Like,
no.
can you just calm the fuck down?
Yeah,
please?
Can you chill
Yeah,
the fuck
Can you
out?
chill?
I think
no.
what he goes
Severin's
to.
happy, okay? He's
I'll do it when I get there, but
with Dazen, all right?
Yeah.
No. I honestly, that is funny, and I think Severin's kind of like morbidly curious, and he's like, you know what? You can't fuck up any worse than I've already done. Have fun.
don't worry, I got a sound strategy. I think he's gonna go with like the intention of like, if you don't want to make the Son of Kyber situation worse, then you need to chill.
Damn.
Alright. The upgrade will cost me 188 gold. I'll just use personal because Beerbot has like
You have so much.
nearly
Alright.
600 gold.
Cool.
Okay. And then are you gonna use the gang
I'm
funds?
gonna use gang funds.
What
And
are
then-
you're getting the common rooms, right? What is
That's
that gonna
my
give
plan.
us?
It's gonna increase our morale threshold by 1 again.
Yay!
And
get that up.
then
So lift is
Stick.
upgraded.
you can do heal the wounded and send the dead for free this
For
turn.
free?
What does that
In-
do?
Or sell drugs.
next time the defense points are used, the Storm Tower 6 immediately gains back 2 used points back.
I will do that. As
Sweet.
Yeah.
And sell drugs.
And sell drugs.
Sick.
It's such sounds like a dog lady thing.
You and the healing hands are like, oh shit, what's up?
Yeah.
Let's heal people.
Not the
For sure.
gang fee.
I'm gonna get rid of the dead people. You
Oh,
can
okay.
heal. You can.
I'm not gonna look at that.
Yeah, turn
I'm
away.
gonna pretend I didn't see that.
Just
Okay.
bring the corpses to life and then just like march
Yeah,
them
yeah.
into
You
a
fellas,
area
walk over there to that pit.
into the sewer.
No, into Landley.
Until
Oh,
they.
into Landley. True.
Yeah, that's
true,
how I
true.
send the dead. I go Landley.
You have a little bell.
Yeah.
My pleasure, Stick.
It's a little dinner bell.
Yeah.
All
like
right.
The
in-
idea with that
It's like in the
ability?
Great Mouse Detective when he has the little bell for the big cat
Yeah.
and they eat the mice.
Oh God.
that comes out.
Yeah.
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 Jesus.
I like the idea that with that ability you can do either or both.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can raise a bunch of corpses or you can heal everybody.
Yeah.
Or you do both. All right, I gotta roll a d4 for how much this diffuse is gonna
What
cost.
are you gonna?
How much do I gotta
what are you
pay
gonna
off?
use? Enterprise.
Enterprise. I gotta pay off Thor Taffin. 3.
Three
Reduce the Enterprise
Enterprise
by 3, and
It's still 6, which isn't bad.
And you guys are gonna get more back.
4.
reduce the tension of a Tarkanan by 1.
Alrighty.
Chill down.
Tarkanon's chilled a bit.
I don't know what chill down means, but
Chill down.
Chill down.
Chillax.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's probably pertinent to say for the people that heard about me being like, I don't know why the rune is all weird. It has to do with like needing the weapon to be a +2 because of potency runes and stuff. Jack said whatever.
I don't care.
Jack said
It
Jack
doesn't
said
matter.
whatever. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, whatever.
So
It's fine.
just so yeah.
no, I think the exact words Jack used was "fuck that."
Yeah, I was literally like, yeah, fuck that. I don't care.
He's over here doing math, make beer about cool. He's like,
All right. So have we decided what we're all gonna do then?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So we're gonna start with your diffuse.
Yeah.
That happens.
Oh, do you want to like take the initiative cards?
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm
Funny
thinking.
memes.
is
Yeah,
when-
funny
when
memes.
We're gonna be
All right. Well,
combating, but-
Zerafis, it's your turn. Well, let's start with the members. Members. Oh my goodness. It's a bunch of magic cards all spliced together.
members,
okay.
yeah.
Bears,
Oh,
bears,
goodness
bears,
me.
bears, bears.
No, it's the lyrics to "Never Gonna Give You Up" by Rick Astley. It says, "We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. But it's all spliced from Magic the Gathering card titles.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
It's really
I
cool.
That's
appreciated how
crazy.
deadpan
We're
said
no
that.
strangers to love.
There we go.
What?
You know the rules, and so do I."
Full commitments. What I think you know.
If you haven't listened to Never Gonna Hit Those Notes, you should. All right, Azeraphis.
Oh my God, I was trying to read
Since
the
you're
bottom
diffused?
text.
No, that's gonna be confusing.
Dude, that made me laugh so hard.
Is it the horse?
It's no.
Okay.
It's
Oh, it's
it's
divorce,
it's
divorce.
Patrick Bateman looking at the business card,
He's like,
and he says, "The police sketch artist realizing I've been describing his wife nude."
Oh,
he's like,
Oh,
Oh,
I'm sorry, I forgot to show it. To
it's the
everybody.
face.
it's the face that really makes it. So fucking dumb.
Oh boy. Okay.
Discord.
Oh, I will.
So who's next?
I'll go next. 'cause mine's
Okay,
easy.
what are you doing, Severin?
I'm scouting, so it's -1 defense for 2 intel.
All right.
I forgot which one I sent, so
Gotcha.
you're gonna
Alright.
remind me. Oh, I do remember now.
It's a T-shirt, and it says, "I can't take Benadryl because I owe the Hat Man money, and I don't want to see him."
Yep, that's stick.
All right. So you use 1 defense, and I think because you used your action, you guys get that defense back like immediately.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
use heal the wounded, send the dead.
Yeah.
So that counts. So really, you spent nothing to do that.
Yeah.
Scout.
Hell yeah.
Beep.
That's value.
You know what? It's
Great value.
it's better to not sleep and only work. You know what? Yeah,
Good
yeah,
and gathered.
I relate to that.
totally. Just,
Yeah, you do, Mr. Ice Coffee at 9 p.m.
I'm renovating,
All right, sounds good.
but not the run out.
upgrading the lift.
It's
Renovating.
That one's so funny. The memes are funny today. They're crazy.
I'm almost disappointed that this isn't actually for initiative. So it's Dumbledore from the Goblet of Fire, and he's got the motion blur around him.
He's like
And
running.
it says, "Harry Potter, did you forge my name in the Epstein flight log?"
I
Jesus
All right, so you're
Christ.
fixing the lift.
Yeah.
All right,
Patrick the lift.
sweet. So
It takes 2
you're
weeks.
fixing the lift. It's going to take 2 weeks to do, but it's going to cost less. So in
187
in
gold.
2 weeks, you guys will have access to the cogs, and then during the event phase, you can increase your intel by 1.
I feel like Beerbot is definitely helping out personally. That's why he's the one taking over. He's like, let me help.
Who's next?
Let me help. Laura.
I'll go.
Sure.
I am renovating the common rooms. 165 gold from general.
Do you have the general gold number?
I have it scattered about.
Okay.
It's a tweet that says, "My social circles are so queer and neurodivergent that I forget we are in the minority, and then suddenly I'm in a room with a bunch of people sitting correctly, making regular eye contact and not interrupting each other, and I'm like, ha ha ha, what the fuck is wrong with that?"
Oh, it's so
God.
real.
That's my job.
All right.
That
Yeah.
is, I have a real person job, and sometimes I go, the fuck? And I'm
No.
like, oh, that's right.
So you're upgrading the common room
Right.
from level,
Normies.
Right.
Normal.
From 1 to 2.
from level 1
I
to
made a
level 2.
joke I should not have
Right,
made.
and you can get it done in 1 week.
1 week. I'm
So it'll be done.
Speed upgrade.
Yeah, it'll be done at the end of the
Here.
week, and you can increase your morale threshold by 1. What is our current morale threshold, by the way?
How do we determine morale
It's
threshold?
just upgrades.
Gotcha.
Upgrades.
Right now,
upgrades
I have a +1 morale threshold.
See what's
So now it's plus
So-
2.
It's not the plus.
I think
2.
morale starts at 10.
Yeah.
That
Or
then
no,
how did we
my-
get up to
My
14?
Hold on.
It starts at
place
10.
of work is,
Right.
I'm pretty sure, probably pretty neurodivergent. So
Makes sense. Yeah.
Hold on. There's rules for. Well, you know what? It's not important. We'll get to it.
Regardless, it's gone up by 1,
You're-
which is nice.
You did this for me.
Yeah.
That was funny.
It's Wolfrin Bongle in a meat grinder.
Whoa!
And it says you can like to continue, comment to stop, and retweet to continue, but slowly. This is a good round of memes, y'all. I don't give a fuck about that motherfucker's problems.
God.
All right, I fuck
And
that guy.
wants me to solve them.
Yeah. What's that
Wolfram
like?
Bongle.
I'm gonna leave you
Everybody
a
said with
carcass,
the
piss
folk
on your corpse,
ensemble.
and say this one for Parkus.
Say this one for Parkus.
Okay. And Stick, you sell
Yeah,
drugs.
I sell drugs. I raised the enterprise by 4.
Sweet.
Holy
All right.
crap!
Enterprise goes up by 4. Now let's
It's up to 10.
go to the resolving the event phase. That stuff all happens. Das gets raided. Their tension increases by 1. Bormar clan undercuts short
The
lived
12th
donuts.
Vanguard gets raided.
We're
That's the
missing
really
was
enjoy
Roy.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, I forgot.
You're so right. They do.
Upgrade
they do
with
raid
us.
them.
Upgrade with us.
Let's.
upgrade.
Oh, yeah,
you know
Roy.
what? I'm
That's
gonna
right.
I'm gonna be in character with how Jack played Roy that for a second there, which
Okay.
was we're gonna do get our priorities straight. We're gonna spend 1 intel to raise our enterprise by 2.
Cool. Sounds good.
Our enterprise is 12
12?
now. Holy cow!
Big money time.
Big money.
Big money time.
What do I roll?
For enterprise?
Yeah.
That's now, right? Because there's no attacks really that happen except for that one raid. Go to the actions here. Okay, acquisition phase. After all attacks, raids, and occupations have been resolved, all gain their benefits from vendors, and the Storm Tower 6 rolls. So we gotta get our vendors first, and then we'll roll our enterprise.
Okay, so for vendors,
we've got Crooked Cat.
So we've got Crooked Cat, Nim's Distillery, and Dembun's Dough this time around. So for Crooked Cat, increase enterprise and intel by 1.
Ooh. Intel 1.
Fuck,
Enterprise
Didn't
1.
we get more because of the economy being good right now?
We get it doubled.
Double.
So 2
plus, from
Oh
each.
my god, we have so much money.
Yeah, this is a big
Yeah.
comeback.
Guys, the economy's fucking great right now.
Stocks.
Stocks.
Plus 2 and what? I'm sorry.
I want
scroll
an
a
image
plus
of
2 in enterprise and what?
Intel.
I want a photoshopped image of Azeraphis doing the Jeb Bush thing where he's like that meme, and it's just stonks and it's Galifars.
Next is Dembun's Dough. During the acquisition phase, increase enterprise by 2 because it's doubled. And then additionally,
More songs.
after resolving the acquisition phase during the next week, the actions splurge and throw a party cost 1 less enterprise. I mean, this is doubled. They're going to cost 2 less enterprise.
Oh my god.
And
morale up.
it's pretty much the same for Nim's Distillery. During the acquisition phase, increase phase by 2. Oh, wow. Hold on a sec. Okay, we might have to redo our math for how much things cost. Because for Nim's Distillery, we're going to increase enterprise by 2 from the doubling. And then additionally, any upgrades to the Storm Drain cost 20% less.
Oh.
So
Gotcha.
upgrades cost 40%
So
less.
give yourself
45, right?
It's 25 minutes.
'Cause it's
Yeah,
45.
45% less.
Okay.
That's almost half off.
So let's.
This is a post-war.
So
What's the thing from
Wow.
History of Japan? A post-war economic miracle.
My god. That also unlocked a core memory.
I just
Oh my
rewatched that video
God.
recently.
This video is
I
so
didn't-
amazing.
Just in time for a post-war economic miracle.
So
I
It
still
only costs
constantly say to myself,
138.
Maja Hoppit, Maja Pahit,
Yeah.
Maja Pahit.
That's mine.
So we
yeah.
regain what?
That's like what? Something's
I
alive
hate
in
pens
the
because it
ocean.
depends on how
for
much
me,
you-
it's isosceles scalene triangle. Ah, yeah.
Who has the?
I also
Also,
so I
Bottoms up and
found
the devil will laugh.
I was stupid. I doubled up on where I typed it. I wrote it. I had gain gold, and then I think I forgot that I had that. So then in the top corner of the page, I wrote group gold.
Oh.
And so that's the proper
That's the one that has
number.
500, or
No, that was the proper number.
Oh, gotcha.
For
okay.
the group's gold.
Okay,
So
Yeah.
so
after renovating, we're at 590 group gold.
got it.
Like specifically for the.
Because I looked back
Okay.
and I found 585
Okay,
before
cool.
any of that.
So yeah,
So I was like-
I mean, you guys are just gonna have to redo the math here because you guys are 25%, and then so it's gonna be actually 40. Okay, so we're good. We know how much gold we have left or how much we've spent.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hey, look,
All
it's
right.
America. They have boats. And guns.
Gunboats.
Gunboats.
Knock knock. It's the United States.
Oh, now I want to watch those.
Yeah, they're fun.
God.
Anyways.
Instead of Fallout?
Sunrise Land. Huh?
What do I roll?
Oh, good God. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, we're figured out on how much we spent.
So now that the
Enterprise is
acquisition.
a squad that determines how much gold the game
During
makes in a
the
week.
random
During
year
the acquisition phase, Storm Tower 6 rolls D10s equal to their enterprise score and then multiplies it by 5, and that's the gold.
You guys are gonna make a shit ton of money.
How many do you need?
Stop!
How many do we have?
God, that Jeb Bush.
How
I
many?
think 16. Yeah, 16.
That's us right now.
8 more? Well, I got 4.
I have
Google
2.
Dice Roller will do it instantly.
But
This
it
is more
feels
fun.
good.
But I
Wait,
paid for
D10?
You're
Yeah,
talking
we
to your
pay
wife
for
about
the
this.
dice.
I have
Why?
4.
We
Do you have
disagree
4?
on this.
That's exactly
You need
what we
4
need.
more?
No, I got
Oh, okay, because I was like, I have some.
How about I do?
That's a
anyway?
lot of dice.
All right.
I
Holy
have plans when I get home and I can't waste
All
them
right.
watching the video.
Here, I got
Man,
it.
the power I wield. I'm gonna make every single
Oh,
person
never
go
mind, you
home
got
and
it.
watch that video now.
Bill Words.
We were talking about conspiracies and
Make a religion out of that.
the Mark of the Beast and all that because a coworker had a Stanley Cup and she had a different coworker. It's a weird thing, and she's like, "That's Mark of the Beast," jokingly from a TikTok like satire type
Yeah.
of thing. So then I was like, it reminds me of the monster like bottoms up and the double laughs.
That's funny.
Man, Storm Tower, you guys made a
We got 540 gold.
hell of a
We
comeback.
doubled.
Goodness gracious.
Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
just
know what?
about.
Yeah.
Maybe
What's,
The,
what's our funds?
We have
Maybe
as
more good.
group fund is 1130.
at the end of the week, Zerafis, like we have another it's an all hands meeting. You know, everybody's there, and Zerafis is like, we're fucking rich. Everyone's like, yeah.
You said 11:30.
Yeah, 1,100.
No, it's okay. That actually helps me conceptualize it way more.
What,
than-
11:30?
Fucking like
Yes, yeah.
house building montage from
Yeah.
Red Dead as all your goons are like hammering shit and building the lift and building the common room up.
Now cut it.
All right. Well done, guys. All right.
We won.
We beat Pathfinder
Yay!
by making our own rules.
We beat the economy.
Yeah, we beat the economy more
So
than anything.
as the week sort of draws
Stonks.
to a close, and things are growing calm in the storm tower. Let me turn on some different music.
I was about to do that, but you go for it.
Dings.
Tinks.
Tinks.
Stinks.
Yes. That wasn't a good one.
I'm leaving.
Please don't.
I have to redo it.
There she go.
It's evening in the storm tower. You've all sort of settled in the common room for the evening. It's pretty. It must be pretty rainy up top because there is so much water and muck running through the streets right now. Not a whole lot of people are out right now. You've pulled back a lot of your patrols, or they're all taking shelter elsewhere. And you all find yourself in a pretty dead storm tower tavern right now. Not like literally how it
Yeah.
used to be, but
Right.
but you know it's
Unlikely.
not very active right now. You've
Unlikely.
sort of dismissed the staff at this point. Like nobody's coming in at this point. Let's just chill. We've made a lot of money this week. We can afford to rest up a little bit. Nobody's going out in that weather. And
I was gonna say like having our feet kicked up on a table.
The tables,
but I'm
yeah.
like, wait, no, Rena would not be doing that. So I mentioned if someone
He's
has
sprawled
like,
on the bar.
I think if someone has their feet kicked up on a table, she is sitting on the table, like
Uh-huh.
cross-legged in front of them.
you're
I
sitting,
have my feet on the table.
Then
you're sitting there
I'm
smoking.
at that table.
Just you're sitting there.
Oh my god,
you know,
I have the good cigars because we're so rich.
the Zalargo cigars, cigargos.
No.
That's canon now.
No!
Stick, hit this.
It's a
You'll
cigar.
You'll
No.
see the Hat Man.
No, fuck, why? Why not?
I don't like cigars.
Rainy,
Yeah, I prefer
cold,
cocaine.
cozy.
I do.
I don't know. It's kind of sticky out,
Yeah.
honestly, because it's Calistan, of course.
Or it's just smoke.
Yeah, it smells kind of smoky in here. You guys are just chilling out and thinking about all that's transpired and all that you yet still have to do. I mean, you've been able to sort of go back to normal this week. Dask is going to bounce back and continue this war unless something is done. You think back to what Elcora and Darna suggested, this gambit to break Dask from the inside by fomenting a rebellion within their own ranks using this Dark Six priest. I mean, it's either that or storm all of Dask territory all the way down to the cogs until they're defeated, and you're not sure how feasible that really is. And as you're all mulling these thoughts over and other thoughts of things that have come to pass, I think you all soon realize there is nobody else in the Storm Tower right now. Like, you don't see any of your goons, any of your employees, any of your friends. It's just the 5 of you. And then you...
I was gonna say it's quiet,
It's very quiet.
but this is a little.
Too quiet.
Yeah,
Thanks,
it's
Bear
like
Butt.
sometimes definitely like listening and just not hearing anything is probably like the weirdest shit.
Mhm.
You know,
Probably
fuck?
you
Just
can
the
only
rain.
hear just the rain going through the
At this
Like
point, is there
the-
like
the
Yeah,
gutters
in
in here.
the like weird
like,
sort of water architecture that runs through here. And then you hear the front door open, and standing there in the like as like this like gross like bit of water kind of like comes into the in through the doorway a little bit, comes this this short figure who is dressed in the Eberron version of like a trench coat, basically this like long coat that covers pretty much their entire body. They have like a broad sort of like cavalier hat
It's the Hat
on.
Man.
It is the Hat Man. He's come to collect. No. And it's completely dark outside. And save for like the distant lights of your sentry's lanterns and things like that. But you see from under the and the face is almost completely obscured by the shadow in the hat, and but you can see that this person that's coming in holds up takes their hand and holds it up to their face, snaps their finger, and like a little like bit of flame appears in the right in their thumb as they like reach in and light a pipe that they produced. And walk in, and it illuminates this like mustachioed kind of face with like these sharp features. As in walks this gnome who sort of like wipes his boots at a rug by the door, and he says, "Pardon my intrusion." And he takes off his hat and sort of hangs it on a little spike by the wall, and reveals this middle-aged, you'd guess, gnomish man. With like these bright blue eyes, these like bushy ass eyebrows, this like slicked back, greasy looking hair, and again this kind of curled mustache, and like a little goatee on the tip of his chin, as he walks in and says, "Storm Tower 6. It's an honor to finally meet you in person."
Zerafis like very quickly like stands up, kicks his chair in with like his legs, and he says, "I don't remember inviting you."
The storm drain's open to all the free people of Kalistan, is it not?
Yeah, I think a better way to say that would be, who is it exactly that's honored to meet us?
He says, "Don't worry, we needn't be enemies. I come here with an opportunity, actually." And at this point, he reaches into his pocket and produces a badge. It is the badge of the King's Dark Lanterns. Severin, you recognize this man.
Okay.
It's the fuzz.
It's worse than the fuzz.
This
Yeah.
is Captain Talion Haliar Tonin,
Okay.
the captain
Jesus Christ,
of the
what a name.
King's Dark Lanterns in Shard.
Oh,
That's
it's the captain of the FBI.
no. It's like the captain of the Secret Service kind of thing.
No, this is like the CIA.
Yeah, CIA maybe.
Yeah, King's Shields is more Secret
Oh,
Service.
true.
King's Dark Lanterns, this is
Yeah,
the CIA.
CIA.
That's just
Holy
like
fuck!
We're oh.
We have not paid our taxes.
My heart rate is through the roof all of a sudden.
He sticks it back in. He says, "I'm here on a matter of state business." He pulls up a chair. Actually, he doesn't. He conjures a mage hand that pushes a chair towards your table and then sits down. He says, "I'm here on a matter of state business." He says, "I'm sure you criminal types don't take too kindly to the authorities showing up on your doorstep, but rest assured, crime and fighting it and stopping it is not in my interest. I only act when the crown is in danger or needs service."
You got a lot of nerve flashing that badge like that. Walking in here, you realize how surrounded you are.
Oh, I know.
I have a feeling you're part of the reason why it's so quiet here right now, though.
Oh, I might be. I don't think you realize how surrounded you are.
Sovereigns.
My point.
I mean, we are in the middle of their city.
Well, what's your proposition?
This is our city.
He says, "Now,
Not yet.
our eyes couldn't help but notice the protracted conflict that you and your people waged against Dask. For a long time, we've had concerns about this gang and their connections to Droham. But we could never quite make the connection there. There was never enough evidence to act on that these Drohamite gangsters were anything more than immigrants who were causing trouble. But they showed their hand too much when they went to war with you. They fielded a war chanter against you, did they not?
They did.
That is an elite.
Multiple.
Yeah,
That is an
more
elite
and more.
commando unit of the Daughters of Sorakel. That's enough proof from me to make the connection. At this point, Dask is not just another criminal gang that the Sharn Watch needs to stamp out. It is a threat to national security. And he says, of course, I can't field several agents to do what must be done right now. Resources are kind of thin with all the other fires I'm putting out. And I can only assume that given the ferocity with which you all fought back against the invaders, that you're willing to do what it takes to make sure that Dask is stopped once and for all.
So you want us to get rid of Dask?
Precisely. In fact, I'm not asking you. I'm conscripting you.
Oh, that's fun.
Okay.
Yeah, never happened to me before.
He says, naturally, as a member of the King's Dark Lanterns, I have the power to conscript any civilians into my service, be they citizens of Brayland or not. Of course, if you deny me this and you are a citizen of Brayland, I can have you arrested for treason.
Of course.
But some of you aren't citizens of Brayland, are you? Some of you don't even exist, eh, Severin? Good to see you again, old chum.
I'm talking to a ghost now. I'm dead.
Look pretty tangible to me. Maybe those Karns did get the better of you.
I like to think of it sometimes.
I'm not here to settle old grudges, old boy. Don't you worry. There's a job that needs doing. The crown needs protection from the menace of Sorakel and her daughters.
Wow, I'll do anything for the fucking crown.
I know. He says, now, I am willing to provide you with a means to eradicate Dask once and for all. All you need do is infiltrate their stronghold and ensure that the payload is delivered.
Payload?
It is an experimental weapon. A bomb, if you will. Cut off the head of a snake and the body dies. I can only assume the same will be said for Dask. All of its leaders, the servants of the Daughters of Sorakel, will be concentrated within its headquarters. Infiltrate it, set the bomb, ensure it goes off, and we won't have anything to worry about. You can continue to grow your little criminal enterprise, and Brayland has one less threat ready to stamp it out.
And how exactly do you intend on us setting it off?
He's
Switch.
He says, we have a set of, well, what are the words going to be? We have codes that we will transmit to you once the device is in place. Don't expect me to entrust you with experimental weapons and just hand you the activation codes as well to let you do whatever you want with it. We will only transmit these codes as soon as you are in position.
Okay.
What kind of bomb?
I was going to ask that myself.
He says, that is none of your concern.
Yes, it is.
There are many kinds of bombs. We would like to not be turned into maybe undead or
It
be
won't
vaporized.
it won't target you.
or...
You can ensure to only target Dask.
Indeed. It's an experiment we've been working on with House Jurasco.
This may be a little bit of this may be a little bit of a long shot, but I want to try to sense motive here.
Sure.
See if he's trying to like throw us off the idea that, you know, he's
What's
like,
your-
oh, only Dask will be
What's your
targeted.
perception?
Plus 12.
Hard to read. This guy.
Yeah. I gathered.
You get the sense from this guy that from talking to this guy, you're the only thing that you can be sure is one thing. This guy doesn't give a shit about any of you.
Yeah.
You are a means to an end for this particular operation.
And he's aware that he has the upper hand right now.
He is very much aware of the power he wields in this situation, and he is not afraid to use it to get you all to cooperate.
Look, he wants to end the threat. It's not going to cause more problems within the city. That would make things more complicated, I think.
And unless you all have some other means of getting those Dromite bastards to turn from the daughters and bend the knee to the crown, or at least pretend to be good little citizens, the bomb's the only choice.
I think this is a wonderful exchange.
What about the priest lady?
Hmm.
The priest lady? I don't want to talk to her.
I'm sorry, speak up, boy.
Oh, we were going to turn them on each other. That was our plan.
Turn Davsk on each other.
Yes.
How?
Well, there's this priestess. She worships the Dark Six, which is what the rest of them are supposed to be doing, but they don't really do that anymore. We thought that maybe we could turn them on each other.
Certainly a more...
Instead of committing, mass murder.
Certainly a more
genocide.
complicated path.
War crime, maybe?
Definitely.
When it comes to serving the crown, good and evil is not a luxury that any of us find ourselves in. I'm sure things are very similar down here. At the end of the day, there is the security of your criminal enterprise and the security of the crown.
Oh, it's not my story to tell.
Well, it is also, safe to say you're right. We did fight Dask, and we fought them back. And took more than what they gave us.
Indeed.
We know how to best handle them.
What if we have a little bit of time to see if our plan works, and then if it doesn't, we'll use your bomb?
All that matters to me is that the servants of Sorakel are rooted out of this city, one way or another. If you use the bomb, excellent. If you use your theory about this priestess, fine. I only care about the results. Get it done and you'll be
You'll have
rewarded.
We're the only ones you're
Rewarded.
contacting?
Well, let's just say I want to see what this fabled Storm Tower 6 is capable of. You've all pulled off some cunning heists, from what I'm aware.
So this is a task, as I'm assuming you probably would want to use this again if we are successful, or just toss it aside if not.
There is much profit to be made in serving the crown. This is not a door that need close once it is opened.
Of course not. The fact that you're so generous to reward us after all of this, I mean,
Well,
how could we possibly
the
turn
king
down this
insisted
offer?
that I do so.
He's a
The
nice
king
guy.
is a good man.
Better than you know. And
We've had
the
the
security of
pleasure
him
of
and his
meeting.
family is tantamount to me, as well as the security of this great nation.
Oh, trust me, we know firsthand. We were at the Tane Gala.
Yes, I know. He speaks quite highly of you. Says that you almost died to duel Rani.
I'll let my reputation speak for itself.
Quite the reputation you've all made for yourselves. But just remember that should you pull any funny business, try to pull one over on me or the crown, it sure would be a shame if House Kunarak knew who really robbed their bank. Or House Jarosco knew who really stole the secrets of Dragon's Blood. Now wouldn't it? Cooperate, and you will be rewarded. Deviate,
You know,
and you will be punished.
the more you threaten, the more antsy we get. It means more unpredictable, more... We don't like you.
We don't need to be best friends.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying sometimes flattery gets you somewhere more than your threats.
Of course.
Regardless, you want results, you'll see results.
Good.
That's all that
gonna happen
matters, right?
Either way.
Indeed.
It's going to be a good partnership.
I think so. He takes a drag of his pipe and blows a couple rings in the air, and he...
Oh, I with my own ignition, light it for him.
Oh, he says, "Oh, thank you so much." He stands up and says, "Love what you've done with the place." And with that, he...
You want a milkshake or something?
Oh.
A French fry?
I ate on the way here. Thank you, though. You know, ever since they changed managers at that Blinkies, it's just not the same. I think he looks up.
Someone really Great, must have poached them, I guess.
Well, lucky them. And I think he'll look up around the area and says, "Agents, roll out." And emerging from invisibility, 4 other Dark Lantern agents in completely covered in leathers, bristling with military equipment.
That's cool.
Hop down and make their way out of the storm tower.
That's fucking cool, guys.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Well,
And as they head out, he looks at all of you, takes his hat, tips it to all of you, and heads out. Says, "We'll be in touch."
of course we will.
Wow.
I think I need another one.
I think Seven reached around the bar and just right from the bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm jumping over the counter and making myself. Just,
Oh, don't worry, guys. This is genuinely great.
No, this
for
is
us.
terrible.
Beerbot, what are you afraid of?
We were worried about Boromar being too big for us to handle right now. The literal they have their
I think
eyes
we were
on
just
us.
evade their notice this whole time.
I was hoping they wouldn't care about us.
That's more what it is.
Oh, oops.
They usually don't care about what goes on down here.
Hey, at least we're making the relation now. They don't want to blow us up.
You've entangled yourselves with a threat to national security at this point.
Is there if it's that's
The issue is what happens once we become Dask. Once we're what they consider
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
threat.
saying. We're
those were the
not.
people that forced me to fight.
Yes.
and they're forcing us again.
And right now we can't say
We're
anything
just collateral. If
Well, unfortunately, there is nothing we can do besides follow their rules.
about it. Do it our way.
I just also don't know if they will hold back on using that bomb, even if we're there or not.
No, it's why
they
I
want
wanted
to
to
see
do.
what that does.
It's why I wanted to do it our way. Cause you're right, but I also don't trust them to not kill 2 birds with 1 stone and blow that bomb up with us there.
Right.
As soon as it's set, we tell them it's set. They can set it off anytime.
Let's go
We
find
can't.
us.
We can't go the bomb route. If we go the bomb route, then
I bet
we
they would
probably
know
die.
if it's even close.
I
the area.
think
Be-
even
I don't think we can really
focusing
trick
on
them.
this priestess, I think they're going to set that bomb off.
In that case, then we should
It
actually
is.
bring that bomb to somewhere where they don't want to set it off.
I don't know.
Does-
I just
Where they can't retrieve it. What do you want us to do?
I
Send
think
it to-
send it back up. They wouldn't want to blow up their precious upper city.
They'll move it. They'll just bring it here. They'll bring it to the tower. They'll blow it up at the tower.
we just really need to tread lightly.
Yes, we need to find this priestess. Give them absolutely no reason to be upset with us. Follow rules.
Yeah. The only reason.
Be a good soldier.
Oh, I know how to do that.
Yeah, that's what got my friends killed.
Yes.
Well, it won't be like last time then, right?
We're not soldiers.
Well,
You can pretend to be when you guys are good at looking like it. But we're not soldiers. We don't have to follow them. We don't have to listen to them. We can go through with this plan because it, at the end of the day, benefits all of us, right? We're going to
Maybe.
blow up Dask anyways. Yeah, sure, there's the possibility that this bomb blows us up as well. But let's be fair. If they wanted us gone, we'd probably be gone. Dask would be preparing a bomb for us.
Yeah, but
Right,
they
true.
don't. But that's the thing. Is
Because
they,
we're not the threat.
yet.
yet.
Okay, you're right. Yeah.
It's the same thing with Boromar. At least one of us, at least Severin isn't still working with the Dark Lanterns, right?
Look,
That's my fear with Boromar.
look. I also don't. I also don't know. He said that this bomb was experimental and that would only target Dask. But how?
He also said it was an experiment with House Jarosco.
Which, yeah. So my concern is the idea, like, Dask in and of itself, correct me if I'm wrong, because it's getting a little late in my brain and
You're
a
good.
little mush. Dask in is primarily a gang of outsiders, right?
Like,
almost entirely.
the monstrous races.
The monstrous races, yeah. They and most of them came from outside.
Came
of-
from Droam,
of-
yes.
Yeah, came from Droam. We have Droamite we have some dromites in our gang. If this bomb is set up in such a way as to somehow specifically only target dromites, it could hit our gang too.
I
highly doubt that.
No, that's
why we are going to go talk to the priestess.
it's exactly what they would do.
I agree with Stick.
I think it would. That is what they would do, but there's a reason why they haven't already set it off here. They actually do want to get it to Dask, because that is their intended target.
Yes, but we don't know what the spread is. If it spreads through and then they leak information that we're the ones that set it off, it completely ruins us.
We just need to talk to the priestess.
Yeah,
We can use that
Priestess. We have to use the priestess.
Yeah,
I think
sure.
we're all in agreement
Right.
with that.
Yes, but we have to fall back on this if it doesn't work.
Then we gotta make the priestess work.
What if we can't, Beerbot? We're going to talk about hypotheticals. We don't even know what this bomb does. What if the priestess doesn't work and makes them stronger? We don't know that.
The bomb kills people,
Exactly. It's a surefire method to work.
right?
We're going to blow up dromites. I'm going to be gone with it.
That doesn't concern you?
No! Because we just fucking recovered from this. I hate them. They betrayed me. I want them gone. They're the only thing standing in the way from us ruling all of this. I've been waiting for them to come down and finally notice us. We can betray them later. But if they wanted us blown up now, they would have done it. Plus, they're willing to reward us for it. This is only beneficial for us. Let's not worry about fucking task lives. I sure as fuck don't.
You should start worrying about your own, Severin. Or Severin. Seraphis.
Severin catches the
Yes,
grace
Severin,
right
yeah.
now.
Wait.
Hey, you two.
Hey,
You look like shit.
cool. It's even worse.
I don't think I have that luxury.
That's why the tower exists. It's for us to have the luxuries we didn't have. A place to stay, a place to belong, and a place that all of us are needed.
Problem,
I think you all deserve that.
problem with Dark Lanterns is that they will use you until you're dead.
Look,
They will keep coming back. And they will
So,
keep
Do we
taking.
all run and hide?
so will
That's
I.
our life now.
So allying with them. I don't think we can just turn around and betray them.
I have
I think we have to treat it the same way as Boromar.
I have a
Just saying, tread cautiously.
Of
a
course.
thought. The only people that they report to is the crown, right?
Yes.
Literally,
If
just
we,
the king.
If we can keep in his good graces.
He did make mention that the king was the one that specified that we be rewarded. As long as the king likes us.
Did you guys get it?
Then
This
I
is our
think
way to the
we're-
top.
And you know what? Maybe if we can avoid blowing up this bomb. I don't know how much the king cares about here. I don't know if he gives a shit about any single person down here. But if we avoid blowing up this bomb, it looks a whole lot better.
I agree.
So priestess first, and the bomb is a last resort.
We cannot at all trust the Dark Lantern. We can't
No.
even trust. We can't trust anyone from up there. They'll use us until our use runs out. But I think the king might be more convincible.
Or at the very least, if the king likes us, they're not going to get rid of us.
Stay useful to him.
Not even useful, stay liked.
Yeah.
It sounds
Put
like
this
they came
back into
to us.
perspective really quickly. As much as I love siding with the king,
No, I don't want to.
the
But
Dark Lanterns could go. They need us for some reason, right?
Mhm.
It means we are a threat. And we may be down here in the gutters, which is where they like to keep us.
Mhm.
But if they didn't truly need us, they wouldn't even ask. So, if they're going to use us until our usefulness is expended, then I'm going to do the fucking same. The moment they start to tread onto our ground, we're going to fight back. We know how to do that.
We know
Just
how to
like
do that.
Dask, they're just like any other people who want to take this city, except they answer to the king.
We know how to do that to the people down here.
I
There
think a
are-
little bit bigger than that.
Azerifis, he has information on us that will turn entire houses against us.
I'm not afraid.
You'd place us against all of...
I'd rather that than die.
You know what?
You'd get both.
Then that's how I'm
Fuck
going
it.
out.
Sure. My existence already, all the houses. They could kill me if they wanted to. They could. So fuck it. Use them till we can. Bleed them dry. Guess it's comeuppance for what they've done to me.
Yes.
We still have to play it careful. If
Well,
not,
yeah,
if
no, I mean-
not for us, then
I'm just going to run in there and set off a bomb.
if he knows that we're the one that robbed that bank, then he knows every single thing about us.
Yeah, well,
Every
That's,
person.
that's how they work.
Yeah. No, Azerifis, every person you care about.
ooh,
Seraphis cares for very little.
Even the things like
None of
Service
us.
Dusk.
The lady that came by.
I would mourn all of you very dearly.
I think the thing is, Beerbot, as even the things that Azerifis might not want to admit that he cares about, but does, he is still just as willing to throw that to the fire if need be.
Any of you can leave whenever you want.
That's not
I'm not
what
going
we're
to throw
saying.
you to the wolves. But I'm going to fucking fight for this.
We talked to the priestess. If that doesn't work out, we blow him up.
Yeah.
Agreed?
Yeah.
Sure.
It is very interesting that he did not know about her. He didn't think of that as an option.
I don't think he cares.
They didn't really do their research. They just want him dead.
No, they just
Foreign invaders.
they made a bomb and brought it down here. They
Which-
wanted it to blow him up.
Adds even more. They don't. They are a threat. Dask is a threat. They want it dealt with, which means and they don't have the power to do that. Or they don't want to have risk involved, so they're going to use us instead.
They do have the power to do that. It's just the crown blowing up all of those people looks very bad.
So they
It looks
Yeah.
better
they
if we
use the
do it.
expendable pieces, and nobody realizes that's how they always work. It's
What-
why I infiltrated country after country.
It's also why if we can do this without blowing up a bomb, it still looks way better for us.
I don't know. People would be way more subservient to the crown if they just did it.
Right.
You'd be surprised. They want to keep their hands as clean as possible to appear.
Appear righteous.
Yeah, waste of time.
A dictator will always fall at some point, even if they would get power from the fear that they would gain from doing that right now. There's only so much a person can be stretched before they snap. And if you get enough people snapping,
You either end up losing your kingdom or you rule over the ashes.
and I mean, they already have some issues with people not liking their place on the podium.
All right. We're taking out Dask.
Yeah.
We can focus on that.
Yes.
But let it be known. Fuck the Dark Lanterns. They're cool. All right, they're really. I love that invisible thing. We got to be able to do that. Oh man, but I don't like them.
Get the goons portable
Yeah,
cloaking devices.
but at least we're all in agreement. Unlike Boromar.
What?
It's good Roy's not here.
Yeah. It'd be a
He's
lot
talking about
harder.
Roy.
It'd be a
He's
lot
saying at
more
least we're all in
tough.
agreement on that.
Roy's
Boromar.
involved in Boromar.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Roy's never here. Fuck Boromar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it. That's what I'm saying. I never have I wanted.
Bora.
Fuck the
It was
Borma.
almost impressive.
Scatter.
Fucking CIO walks in. Scatter!
Just threw
I
45
don't think
and
he'd know what to do. He'd be very surprised.
call the paddy whack.
It's like, damn, they
Call
just
the paddy
ran
wagon.
out of here. Yeah, call the paddy wagon. Fucking cart shows up. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you have no idea how often had to deal with only telling myself fuck the damn lanterns because I couldn't do anything about it. So
Yeah.
it's better than nothing.
I can't imagine
Glad-
if this was the daughters of Sorakel. I don't know what I would do. So you're stronger than me, I think.
Well, I had to fake my own death.
Badass.
Yeah, well,
I lasted so long.
Yeah. Well,
we really. Here I am.
He won't say this, but I really want Azevedo to be like, no, Severed, it's okay. Plenty people still think you're dead. No, don't worry, it wasn't all for nothing.
don't worry.
No.
I think Azerphus should say that.
No.
All right, I
He
think we
thinks
have a
about it, but he
plan.
doesn't.
All right.
Yeah. Fucking.
And so, after a great victory against Dask and a plan to move forward, complicated by the appearance of the Brailish government, the Storm Tower 6 finds itself once again in the murky seas of organized crime and state-sanctioned violence.
Just like real life.
I was about to say earlier, too, you were like, also, it's a war crime. And I'm like, we're criminals.
I know. I know how ironic it
For
was.
sure, for sure.
Up next time,
First time.
Yeah, stick over here.
It was funny you did look at me. That's a war crime, right?
Yeah, only Nick knows. Yeah.
Six,
Oh,
seven,
boy.
Azerphus.
I don't know. I didn't count.
All right.
Can you stop making downtimes like activate
I
my
don't know if I've
fight or
committed war
flight?
crimes. I think I've just committed crimes.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Those are rookie numbers.
Guys,
Join
I can
us-
be a war criminal.
Join us next time as we see how the Storm Tower 6 gets themselves out of this mess. Will they manage to convince this priestess to break Dask from the inside? Or will they have to take a more bloody, direct route with the Dark Lanterns? Find out next time on Eberron, City of Towers.